Well, hello for last session. Whitey, Tim, good to see you guys.
Great.
It seems
Hey,
like I just saw you guys a few minutes ago.
yeah, man. That little break kind of flew by, man.
It did. It flew by. Yeah, it flew by just enough time for me to get a couple pieces of pizza, and that was it.
Yeah, we decided to have pizza too.
Yeah, it was somebody. I think it was John and uh, Jeff talking about New York style pizza earlier, so I had to jump on a slice. Hey, Rick, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you this afternoon. How are you?
Hey guys,
We,
quite the marathon sessions you guys are putting in.
I'm sorry.
I said it's quite the marathon sessions you guys are putting in.
Yeah. This is the last one of the night. I think we're going to be all done. Last one of the weekend, in any case. But I think there'll be more of these to come. It's been a really good time this weekend. Just probably not as long, if you will.
Well, I enjoyed the conversation you had with Spencer this morning. I listened to part of that.
You know,
Yeah,
talking
sorry
to
to stick around for the entire bit.
Yeah, well, it happens. We all have lives, right? That we gotta things we have to take care of during the day, and it is what it is. I tell you though, talking to Spencer is always a really good time. He's I could sit and listen and talk to him for hours. I think he's just one of those types of people get wrapped up in conversation with. So
Yeah.
yeah, really good stuff. It looks like we got a little bit of your Pacific Northwest weather down here, Rick. Thanks for sending that our way. Nice
Oh, you're
and
welcome.
rainy and kind of. It is a good day to be sitting in doing working at the modeling desk for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
Let's see who we
We're
got.
dark
coming
and
in.
gloomy.
Yeah, dark and gloomy. We got model officer in James Malcolm. I'm not sure which. I think that's James. Hello, how are you this evening? Um, we've got let's see. This I believe is Cameron Cordless coming in. Cameron, if we could, I'm gonna run this banner here at the bottom. If you'll follow that streamyard.com/Facebook address and allow permission from to see your picture and profile information, we'll know who it is coming in to the chat there. So let's see. Chris Lovell's back in.
Howdy, Chris.
Chris, good to see you again.
Hello, Chris.
Jane, the handsome one.
Amazon.
That's right.
I am someone.
The handsome one. So yeah, so we're getting close to finishing up. And Tim, I saw you had posted some pictures earlier during the
Yeah, I've pretty much finished painting. I got the red on the nose. The prop's just sitting on it. Little smudge there, and then got a blue tail on it. So she's ready for stickers. I'm ready to start. In fact, I got the water going here. It should be it's starting to get warm, so that I can start throwing some stickers on this thing.
That's awesome, man. I'm
That's what I need is one of those little hot cup things.
yeah, they're worth their weight in gold. I've got one, a little coffee warmer I keep on my desk.
Yeah, that's exactly what I use, and I use it to keep my water warm.
Yeah, works great.
Can you adjust the temperature on those, or is it one temp? Or
mine's
It's
110.
Yeah, one temp hot.
yeah.
So I've got it's not a glass bowl, but it's a bowl that can be microwaved. So I just set it on there. Every now and then I forget that it's on, and I'll come back the next day, and of course it's dry as a bone and hot to touch.
Yeah.
But I've never had a fire.
Yeah, you know what? Golly, as a matter of fact, now that you mention that, let me yep, this thing's as hot as the day is long. It's been sitting here for 2 days. Look at the bottom of this thing. You can see it's all got the calcium build up at the bottom of the cup there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Favorite Black Rifle coffee is I like the AK. That's what's available up the street at me at the hardware store. So that's what I grab typically. It's good stuff.
Let's see here. He's got a Sing King all buttoned up. Good to go. He's
That was looking really nice.
Was that? Yeah, it is. It really is. Let's see. Let me pop over here to the old Whitey. How's the painting coming on yours, Whitey? Did you figure the stripes out?
Good. Like I say, I just I have the ID bands masked. Well, I'm shooting the white section right now. On the fuselage and the wings. I got a ways to go with it because just trying to do thin coats of the stuff so it doesn't get that build up edge and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So may or may not get finito tonight, but I mean, I'll get where I get.
Yeah.
I was
that's the way you got to be, man.
What's that?
It's the way you got to be. I'm same here. I'm only going to get done what I get done.
Right. Let's see. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm just going to kind of peck away at that while we're hanging out here, spraying it, letting it dry, throw another coat on there. You know, I can still see the grade demarcation, so I have a ways to go there. So,
yeah. Well, it's like I said, the goal of the whole thing is really not to finish. I mean, we joke about not being finished, but it's really more about the camaraderie and the building models and just having a good time sitting at the desk. So that's what it's all about.
I think we did that.
We didn't even get someone wasn't building a 72 scale kit, right?
Yeah, well, so we got Rick sitting here too. You're still working on?
I'm not doing anything 72nd.
Hanging out. Just hanging out. You're still doing figures today, or you?
I did a little bit more on them a little while ago. I actually just kind of touched up that base on that little monster dude from yesterday. No, just kind of chilling today. Hang out with you guys. Spend more time conversation, less time working.
Good. No, that's what I'm doing too. Is really more conversation stuff. You can see I did start sanding. Got all my seams done. Got it all cleaned up. But I found this afternoon that I'm not to the point where I want to be yet, because I get the optivisor on and really get in and start looking at this thing, and the vertigo starts to creep in a little bit. So I'm just
not good,
not
man.
quite where I need to be with my eyes yet. So it is what it is. Found myself having to go up and sit down for just a little bit, get some water, start to feel a little dizzy. Let's see here. Thanks, Chris. It's actually a fun little kit. It's really detailed. It goes together real quick. But I've been spending more time BSing than I have been melting plastic. So.
Hey, Darren, did you see my note that I got a spare set of decals if you need them?
Yeah, I sure did. Yeah, I'm gonna give these a shot. I think I've got a couple of them. The decals coated with the decal fixer.
Yeah.
And like I said, the seatbelt ones work fine. But if I have a problem with these falling apart, I'm certainly gonna hit you up on it.
All right.
I love that stuff. That decal fixer. I mean, you can't even see where you put it on.
I know.
It might be a little bit of a tide mark, but I think once I get it in place and get some Solvaset or some Microsol on there, you're not even going to see those. It's just going to go away. So here over the next few days, I'll plug away at it just a little bit at a time and see how it works out. So let's see. Theron's back in the room. Good to see you. See you again. So some really good conversations earlier. I think we're going to see Jeff come back in here just a little bit. Jeff Hearn will have John from Mr. G's popping back in here again here in a little bit, say hello, and we'll just kind of roll with it till we're not, if you will. So I would ask that the viewers out there, if you've liked this, let us know, especially over on the Facebook page. If you could leave a little comment, something you'd like to see us do a little bit more in the future. I certainly enjoy it. I wish we could have more room to have more people come in on video, but unfortunately that limit gets to be 10. And when you get above 9 or 8, it really starts to get hard to manage too. So all the folks on camera. Y'all hear from Frildo? You heard from Frildo there, Whitey?
I have not. I don't know where he's at. I posted to him earlier. I sent him a message saying, "Hey, keep an eye out for my Arresta hook. I might have fell out of the box when I was over there yesterday."
Oh yeah.
So, and he did chime back saying that he'd keep an eye out and take a look around down there for it. So
good deal. Yeah. Let's see if I can't get Gabe and Justin link back in here too. Let me see here.
Are they up?
I don't know. I've got so many ModelGeeks chat boxes here. I don't know where I'm sending what. So
Send out the SOS and see who replies.
yeah. There's Jeff. Hey, Jeff, welcome back.
Hey guys.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey,
Hello, Jeff.
Hey, Rick. How are you?
get any work done?
I have a full platoon of infantry with legs and heads, and we're working on the last one now, and then it'll be. There we go. There's the platoon.
Oh yeah, look at them lined up there.
Huh.
And it's funny because they have no arms. They all look like they're at parade rest. But, yeah, I'm drilling out the last one, and a couple of them got real feisty, so I broke out the Dremel tool. And then we'll start trying to figure out the what they're carrying, and their arms and positions and things of that nature. But I have officially used all but 2 of the Hornet heads in my entire stash.
I have to Hornet heads. So this is you're talking to a figure newbie here. I don't know the first thing.
There was a company that I don't believe they're in production any longer. I believe the gentleman behind them retired, but all they do are various easier to
Heads and
they do various
Replacement heads and hands and.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Sorry, the camera's not. But I mean,
That's okay. I think I've got it.
Verlinden did some as well.
Yeah.
They tend to be a little bigger. They come in more like 1/30th scale. But occasionally you'll get kit figures that are a little on the large size, like NFL linebacker size guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Michigan Toy Soldier. So they are still carrying them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still in production. I'm not sure they're coming out with new stuff.
Huh.
I think
Where did I
Saunders,
hear that
like
they
you said,
were-
he might have retired.
Maybe he sold the company to somebody else, or
Hornet and
Yeah.
Wolf.
But they are the gold standard for replacement heads and, like I said, hands. They do all sorts of, not a lot of accessory stuff, mostly heads and faces, but
they
they're really
created
nice.
that niche, and yeah, that's great stuff.
I'll be damned. I had no idea.
So, this entire infantry platoon, every single one of them has a different face, different expression, different angle. The helmets are all different, I mean, it was standard equipment, and all these guys were, as they said in Band of Brothers, size 9, like everybody else. But,
Yeah.
the itinerary parts, basically give you enough for, well, they give you all of the parts that you need, but it's 5 of the same heads. So I don't want it looking like they're they're all cousins.
Yeah, you don't all look the same.
Septuplets or quintuplets or whatever they are.
Yeah, octuplets times 4, times 3 rather. We got 3 sets of octuplets in this landing craft.
Very, very cool. All right, so I had no idea. Now I see I learned something new. You guys, pardon me for just one real quick second. I need to get a glass of water. I'll be right back.
You go ahead. I'm gonna get a glass of beer.
I'm going to crack open an iced tea.
Everybody's running to the 7-Eleven.
Well, my daughter finished her undergrad work.
In what? What is she gonna be doing?
Audiology, speech pathology. Well,
Cool.
communication sciences and disorders was her bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
And she's starting her 4th year residency for her doctorate. But when she finished her undergrad work and moved out of the dorms and everything, the first thing I did was
Some pizza. Pepperoni
capture
pizza.
her dorm refrigerator,
Yeah.
put it in my workshop so I wouldn't have to go upstairs for cold beverages.
Good call.
Got the refrigerator over here, but I don't have any cold water. I have to make it. That's unfortunately. Let's see here.
And my wife won't let me finish the basement off. She said because she'd never see me. So I do have to go upstairs for stuff once in a while.
I had a contractor out here. Today's Sunday, right? So I had the contractor out yesterday, and hopefully I'll have a quote to have this area finished off here by the middle of the week.
Yeah, that'll be nice. And you're on the road, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll see. I got a call. Well, my wife did from the doc. Says she wants to see me before. Make sure I go to the ear, nose, throat doc before I do any more long flights. So,
yeah,
Good idea.
not real sure how that's going to work out yet. It might be a while before I fly again. Trust me, I don't want to go through that again. I wouldn't wish it, like I said, on my worst enemy. That is just a miserable, miserable feeling.
Yeah, I had it real bad after the car accident in 2014. And, like you said, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Well, there's a few people I'd wish it on, but I wouldn't wish it on most anybody.
I'd wish it on nobody. It is just miserable, miserable.
I mean, I got a few that,
Well, I mean, I've got an ex-wife out there somewhere. That's you're right. There's all right. So there's one. Damn it.
Yeah, there's a few here and there.
All right. That's the second time my AI device is going off. I'm tired of listening to her.
Well, we've got a platoon.
So I think.
I will be jumping in and out tonight.
You do what you got to do, my friend. We're easy. Oh,
My lovely bride's got dinner going, so
pretty much ad lib weekend anyway. So,
do you know what though? Sometimes those are the best.
I think so. I would agree.
have to decide if this is going to be a heavy weapons platoon or if it's just going to be a straight up infantry platoon.
What's the easiest to paint? You have a lot of weapons.
Yeah. Probably just a standard infantry platoon. But the guys carrying the 30 cal and the tripod do kind of give it a little bit of variety.
Yeah. It's an ambitious project.
Yeah, I was thinking about it this afternoon and trying to decide if
With
I wanted.
regret.
Well, yeah, it is. It's. But I was trying to decide if I wanted to just do this one landing craft with this many figures, or if I actually want to include the landing craft next to it with the vehicle on it. I guess we'll see what my frustration level is as we progress.
Yeah.
What's that old saying? No balls, no blue chips, or
Yeah, something like that.
something like that. Yeah.
I said that when I started with the half track project, that big scratch built 1/6 scale half track that I did. And when I first started it, I said, this is going to be a nightmare. And about halfway through, something happened, and I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden I just became really kind of driven and motivated to finish it.
Well, that's a good space to be in.
Doesn't happen often, I'll tell you that.
Well, it's all fun and games because the work starts back tomorrow. So
Yep.
might as well. Hopefully, the motivation keeps on going through. The evening. It's been great to be able to do this over the weekend because I know starting tomorrow, at least for me, for a while anyway, it's going to come to a screeching halt, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I made it a point when I heard that you guys were doing this, I made it a point to not even check my work email.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what orders have come through since Friday night. And I'll fire up the email tomorrow, and that'll be that. And I'm going to go grab dinner, guys.
Okay, buddy. We'll see you in a little bit.
I'll see you in a bit.
Sounds good.
I may be doing the same here shortly.
Happy wife, happy life.
All right. Let me see. Let me pop over here into the Facebook group and see if we can see some of the updates over on the Model Shack here. I'll share the screen here again. Let's see here. So we had this one from last night. I meant to ask Chris what this was right here. This was, he had him, let me go full screen here. Oops. Chris had put himself some biscuits in here. I'm still not sure. I guess that's it. He did that before he sat down to start painting or something. Get his evening biscuits in. There's Martin's. What is this he's building again? Let's see here. He had put that in here before. Oh, the Stuka, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a 72 Stuka.
Yeah, so he's about the same spot I'm at. But that guy Lee really did a good job on the interior.
Yeah, looks nice.
There's no way in hell I'm showing you the interior of this little Mustang.
Oh, come on now.
No, it's good. It's just getting.
Is really detailed to begin with. It's a really nice kit.
Yeah, he's done wonders with that. There's our own Presidente's P50, P47. That looks good, Tim.
Thanks.
Jake's Jake. Where is Jake tonight? We don't see no Jake in the chat tonight, do we? Nope, not yet. Anyway. So
That's fun.
not a lot of update pictures in there. So you guys out there that are building, if y'all are, why don't y'all throw some pictures of your update pictures in there for us if you're building along with us. We'll get them up here and show them. So. Did Rick? Did the guys have another Zoom call going on this week or tonight or today? Did you see anything out there? Or
Yeah.
quiet.
No, I think I got an invite to we call it the green room.
Yep.
And so I got an invite to that about just about the same time you guys were coming on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who's on it. I could figure it out.
Yeah, I'm going to. Oh, I keep hitting the damn wrong thing here. I'll just pop over and see what Riz and crew are doing as well.
It looks like Josh and Jim Bates might be over there. Doing the same thing we are, hanging out, shooting the breeze.
Yeah, and the technology is amazing, isn't it? The things we can
It
do.
is
these
fun.
days.
It really is. It's, the first time I got onto one of these chat, Skype, whatever, StreamYard, whatever we want to call these video conferences, was the 48 and 48 last year. And at that point, the green room stayed open just because that was where we would hang out with, you know how it worked. You had certain slots that you would go live, and then other times you would just be behind the scenes. So our green room was our behind the scenes, and it just stayed. And it's been great because nearly, I'd say 5 out of 7 days of the week, someone will open up the chat from the green room and put a Skype, invite in there, and we'll have 3, 4, 5 people hanging out for a few hours, just doing whatever in the evenings.
Yeah, we have the same thing set up through our Discord. Tim's got that as for our local club here, a little Discord chat, and we'll have local club members come in there in the evening times after work and shoot the shit and do a little bit of building or whatever, have a beer, just kind of hang out. So,
yeah, it's nice.
I would with the idea of just putting that thing up sometimes, seeing who joins.
Yeah.
And with the hope, of course, that there's not some nut job that's going to decide he wants to expose himself.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
I know that's a risk if you just
there is that, right?
Anywhere.
That's kind of a limited audience. I'm not sure that's where.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd like to think that we don't have that problem, but it's the bot that goes around looking for that kind of stuff, and that I'm worried about.
I thought that was funny at Nationals. They were trying to get the Zoom up and running, and I guess there was some porn or something that somebody started playing. Bonani and Scott running around ragged trying to figure out how they were going to head that off. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was there. As they ran past me at one point, we were just going to shoot. They were just kind of like, okay, give me 5 minutes. We'll go do dinner or something like that. And all of a sudden, bam, it was code red or red light, I should say.
Here's Mr. Furball Jeff, Jeff Martin Furball. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, good, good. Look, you decided to use the phone. Everything's working great.
That's right.
You
That's
go
right.
back down to that Faraday cage, though, there at Furball Aero Design Central and lose us.
Well, I didn't want to miss the last session set up here.
Yeah.
I think I might transition back to one of my P40s before I get back to my Hawkeye stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
How's the Hawkeye coming?
I'll show you.
I see Justin Ryan just popped in and said he's fixing to get some paint on his Avenger. He'll be over in just a bit. So
Hoorah. Getting some paint on.
getting some paint done.
So yeah, got the wings together, fuselage together. I need to stamp everything. But I'm going to do it with gear up.
Yeah.
So it can sit next to my 8 in flight, and but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get progress done on it.
Now, how's that fit been so far on that? Been good?
It is surprisingly awesome. Like,
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit there, Jeff. Every now and again, I'm getting like every third or fourth word.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm thinking
That's all right, man.
downstairs might not be the best spot to do this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Plus, my munchkins are probably eating up my bandwidth. Hey, good Lord.
We know how that goes. Live that, my friend.
Oh, she thinks she is so funny. So funny. I can't wait till she's a teenager.
So so how's the fit been on that thing so far?
So really, really good. I haven't built a Hasegawa kit in quite a while, and it looks. I don't know when it was originally spooled, but it's got real nice recessed panel lines and fits real good. So yeah, it's a sweet kit. I wish Hasegawa would continue to make airplane kits. I don't know why they don't, but yeah, so far it's been a pretty fun build.
Good. That gives me some hope for that one that I've got sitting over there. It's a little bit older, but I can't think that they would change the molds that much.
Yeah.
Vice props or added sprue here or there for props. Different motors, a little bit different. But
Yeah, the only some of the I'll have to do some sanding and rescribing on the fuselage joints, and I'm just not sure. I'm not sure I can scribe and have the lines be fine enough to match the rest of the 72 scale lines on the rest of the model, if that makes sense. So that's going to be a challenge at some point. But anyway. All right. Well, I'm going to get my modeling stuff and transfer operations up here where I think my signal's been. So I'll be.
Sounds good. Well, we'll see when you get set up.
Knock it off.
I heard that.
Yeah, I'll hit the mute button there for you, Jeff. Oh, that's funny. All right, let me see here. So I'm gonna go back over to the Facebook page here for just a second. We got I'm seeing some more updates in here. So James has got some updates to his Westland. He's done in here.
Oh wow.
I think it's nice.
Yeah, I've got a warm place in my heart for the old H3s, both the Sikorsky and the Westland variants. That's what I cut my teeth on when I first came in the Navy was the Westland. So, I mean the H3, the C team. So Whitey's Ancient Airfix. Good. Looking good.
Ancient.
Mr. Knopfel. His updates.
You know, you think about ancient Airfix. So Whitey, what year was that Firefly released?
I don't know. I looked around on the box to try to find some sort of date, and I couldn't. And then I looked in Scalemates, and I don't think they had anything posted in Scalemates on it either. But well,
Really, nothing in Scalemates? I find that hard to believe.
I don't know. Take a look.
I'm going to pop over there now. Scalemates.
Years in me when I look. So
Oh, God, I wrote Scale Meats. I certainly don't want to see what comes up on that.
Firefly. Let's see. It looks like the boxing you have is either 96 or 98.
oh heck no.
Well, the boxing. The boxing.
That's
Although,
one of it landed on the carrier, right?
Show me the box top. Show me the box top.
73. I've got.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a
the-
73 boxing of a
Yeah.
66 new tool.
All right.
So 66.
It's older than me.
Wow.
Yeah, there was box art there. Here, let's see.
Yeah, it's the same box art all the way through to even in 98 when they released it was the same box art, but it was the last time they released it was in 2000.
Yeah, so here's the Mark V, the original one.
Yeah,
And
that's
this is
referred to as a
66.
red stripe.
Yeah, isn't that how you can tell if it's the original, the red stripe?
In some cases, yeah. But red stripe are considered pretty good kits, relatively speaking. Generally
So that-
good in shape, but I think this particular kit's a little on the small side.
So that would be a 66 tooling then.
Yeah, 66 tooling, and the boxing
There's
that
73 new box.
yeah, 73 is the boxing that Whitey has. Second run.
There was a
Because this P47 that I'm doing is 24 years old, the tooling, and this is one of the original tools from 99. But 24 years after 66 would have been 1990.
I'll be damned.
Yeah,
That's an old one.
yeah.
Oldie.
It's a truly old kit.
Got our good friend John Marley from down in the Melbourne area there in Australia. Welcome, John. Good morning. Good to see you on. It's been a while since we talked, my friend. We need to get together sometime and shoot the shit. It's good to see you on the stream. Thanks for joining us. Gabe, the Rage Pincelli. Gabe, welcome.
Hey.
I don't know if you well, of course you know Jeff.
Yeah.
Old football Jeff. Have you met Rick?
Yeah.
Rick Lawler over here.
I don't think I have. Hey, Rick.
Hey, how you doing?
This is one of our good friends and one of the original Model Geeks era, Gabe Pincelli.
Awesome.
Yep. Not sure how long I'll be able to be with you, but figured I'd get on for a few minutes while I'm
That's
continuing
good.
to spread flatboat on the growler.
There you go. Oh, you're
With
flat.
Jeff's decals, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
that's
go.
beautiful.
There. Putting a little flat coat on it now, huh? You're almost so you'll start putting fiddlies on before too
Yeah.
long, huh?
Pretty soon. Pretty soon.
I'll say, man, that thing's beautiful.
Thanks, man.
You're gonna go back after your
Sure.
flat coat. I mean, will there be any more oil work after you flat coated, or are you
Maybe.
pretty much done?
A little bit, mostly just over where the decals have gone, but
Yeah.
yeah, a little bit. Probably not a lot.
Yeah.
Though.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, oh, George, great way to fold clothes and laundry. Yeah, thanks, George.
Hey, George.
Let's see here. All right, let me go back here. Oh yeah, oh, that was loud.
Oh, sorry. Thought it was muted.
So I need to get myself one of those pneumatic those CO2 setups. Rick, you use a compressor or do you use compressed gas for painting?
I have a compressor.
Yeah.
I've got some $90 knockoff brand that I've been using for about a year. It's been like a champ. I started out way back. I think I bought my first compressor when I was like 14 years old. So it was back right after the wagon wheel was invented. And then it was a Badger. So I was running the Badger compressor, that noisy thing, and 150s for years and years and years. And then they finally kind of bid it. So I bought another one, another Badger, basically redid my setup and did that. And then that one conked out. And then I started switching off to Iwata. And then that one conked out, the Iwata compressor. And I was right in the middle of a project and I had a tight deadline. And I was like, ugh. And so I was just like, how can I get a compressor, fast enough? And, I was hesitant to spend another $250 or whatever they are.
Yeah.
And I was on Amazon and thought I'd give it a shot, had all the same specs. And it's like, damn, it's working great. So that's what I'm using.
I don't know if you were on last night when I talked about this or who's in the room has seen it, but we had Andy on from Andy's hobby headquarters, and we were talking about compressors, and I remembered I had this still sitting over on the shelf. You remember these old tester single pressure compressors, data manufacturer January 2004.
Yeah,
And,
see?
And then I could fire it up today and shoot with it if I needed to. But this makes a perfect little travel compressor in a hotel room or a
Oh yeah,
What?
absolutely.
yeah. Until they came out with those no names. Now those are really the cat's ass for travel compressors now. Is those little handheld rechargeable.
Yeah, I've only seen those. I've never used one of those.
Yeah, they're really good. I think the only issue we had seen was Bonani was saying that there was maybe a little bit of change in pressure due to altitude, like him being in Denver. But
yeah, I could see that.
For an average use little travel compressor, it's perfect. I used it at Nationals, sitting in the hotel room, and it worked like a champ. So
well, that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I should get something like that because I have to do those demos from time to time, and that's always a hassle trying to get compressors and airbrushes and stuff to workshops.
Yeah, see that one there. It's USB chargeable and single pressure. You can put a hose on it and just sit off to the side and use it. It's pretty cool. Well, there's Justin Lentz.
What's up, you nerds?
Another OG geek guy.
Nerds.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we just have a little pot kettle moment, my friend?
Yeah. Takes one to know one, guys.
Yeah, it
Just
does.
remember that. Pee Wee Herman said it best.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing?
What's up, Lance?
What's up?
How'd your Cardinals do today?
They did great. They did not play, so they did not lose.
Oh, okay.
That's the best. Rick, where are you, man?
I'm in Portland.
Looks all rainy and wintry.
Yeah, rainy and dark.
Yeah.
Yes, it's exactly what it's been for the last week.
Oh, buddy.
So yeah, it's kind of blustery and yucky here, but that's normal.
I was gonna say that's Portland, right?
Yeah.
This is Mr. Gentry are saying Hello, Justin Wentz. I just happen to know that that's Mr. Gentry because I saw it over on the little face box.
Oh, nice. What's up, Scott? That is a good guy right there.
Yeah, one of the best for sure.
He sure is.
Does he pay you to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You weren't
It's not
supposed
very
to say
much,
that,
but-
Rick.
But if you say it often enough, those pennies add up over time, right?
They do. They do. Yeah, they do. I think I'm up to about
Just kidding,
35
Scott.
cents.
Just kidding, Scott.
What are y'all working on? Darren, you working on anything? I know what
Me?
Gabe should be working on. Kind of looks like you are. Look at that. He's muted.
So Scott says that Justin gets $125 per month for positive comments.
Yep.
So there you go. Rick, you're 3 times that.
God, I think I lost that check in the mail, Scott. You might want to resend, or I can give you my PayPal account. Scott's a great guy. Scott's a great guy. Scott's a great guy.
We'll see if we can't get Mr. Gentry in here for a little bit.
He would be a good one.
And then it's Sunday night. People are getting ready for work and all that jazz tomorrow. So we're trying to keep this one here to an easy 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, sorry guys. My just as I started to talk, my wife called me to let me know she's on her way home. So, but here you go, Justin.
Yeah, that's,
Some flatboat.
yeah, here let me bring that
Get
up
that,
here
buddy.
for you.
Yeah, I mean the wings are still shiny, but yeah, let me see here. So this is the iPad camera, so I don't know how great it's going to work.
Yeah.
But
Well, it'll work. It's working fine.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah, getting there.
I can't wait to see that bad boy completed. Now I know you've been working on that one for a while.
I'll show you the farm of fiddlies that I've
Woo.
Golly.
flat
Oh,
coated,
jeez.
and that's not even all of them.
No,
Yeah. What was it? How many you were saying? There's like 60 decals on those pods.
Yeah, the pods here. Yeah, I
Sorry
think each one's got at least 20.
Oh my god.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Got those fancy cocktail sticks there.
Yeah. Look at that. Furball Jeff is sitting down there giggling, saying he.
Yeah.
Put those pencils on.
Jeff,
That's right.
of course, Jeff had to draw each and every one of those stencils. So
Right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, a lot of it's copy paste.
Yeah, just one time.
well, that's true.
That's right. Yeah. There's Mr. Gentry. How are you, sir? You say y'all just got through recording, huh?
Yeah, how's
Welcome to
everybody
another.
doing?
Hello, Scott.
God, Scott is such a great guy.
He is, man. Have I told y'all lately that Scott is
Grady is.
he is a blinding, beautiful light from heaven.
I just want to give him a hug. He was such a great guy.
How's
Uh,
everybody's projects coming along?
They're,
Not
they're
bad.
coming along well from what I can see.
I think it's coming along great. At least mine is.
Yeah, we got we got El Presidente over here. He's decaling, man. He's on a roll.
Nice.
He'll be
Yeah,
the one of all of us here that finishes. What was that?
He's winning for sure.
Oh yeah.
No,
absolutely.
it's not a competition. I'm doing this for me.
It's always a
I know.
competition.
You're
Always.
still winning.
I'm gonna crush it.
Let's see. Whitey's moving along good. He's in paint.
I mean,
Getting that
sort of
ancient-
pain,
Go ahead.
sort of. I'm sort of in pain. I mean, I'm kind of. I don't know. I should have started these invasion slash ID stripes because it's not going to happen tonight
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, it's going to be several thin layers of this white before I'm even have the coverage, and then I'm going to have to let it dry before I go masking off for the black. So probably see you next weekend with it.
Well, Scott, as you can see with this this nude plastic little jewel I've got here, that if I play my cards right by midnight, I could. All I need is just a flat coat, and I'll have a flat gray airplane. I'll be
Nice.
good to go.
Is that a Corsair?
No, it is a Corsair. I found earlier today I was doing some sanding and taking care of some seam work with my optimizer on, and realized that my equilibrium's just not quite right for that yet. So I had to throttle back a little bit and go sit on the couch for a while. But we'll get her there by the end of the week.
Well, you take care of yourself. We need you healed up, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. It's a whole bunch better, but
Good.
still a little ways to go. Still a
Good.
little ways to go. Let's see here. Who else is Justin? What are you working on?
I'm still working on my fake Meg, man, but
Your fake
But-
bike.
getting closer, man. So everything's attached. Ooh, wrong way. Everything's attached on the bottom.
Did you get that tank you were looking for? Is that
Yeah.
one?
Yep, that middle tank there. That's gosh, man, this is hard. It's backwards. Yep. So that's that center tank. John Bryan, out of the UK, he sent me that.
Oh man, that's cool that he did.
Yeah. Yep. So he sent me that. I mean,
Where's
everything's
canopy?
done. That's what I'm working on right now. I'm working on the canopy.
Looks funny seeing AIM 9s and Rockeye on that
Yeah,
bad boy. Real, that's something strange there.
it is a weird.
Why is it a challenge or what? What do you got going on?
Well, let me see here. Now you're not going to be able to see anything, but this
Yep.
is the little.
Got it.
This is the little canopy bit that's going to stick up.
It's like the aft bulkhead or what?
Yep. I'm having to design that. Then I'm going to have to design some like.
And is this because you're gonna pose it open?
They don't give you anything to do that. So no
Okay.
provision whatsoever for open canopy, and I just can't do it closed, man. It drives me crazy. So
Yeah, no way.
I gotta. That's what I'm coming up with right now. I've got to paint the whole inside and everything like that. There's my wife.
That's why I built 48 scale.
Yep. But anyway,
Hello, wife.
Hi, wife.
everybody says hi.
How are you?
Hey, Mindy.
Thanks for asking about me.
Yep.
Hi,
Everybody
Mindy.
Everybody says hi. She can't hear y'all. I've got you
No.
on my head.
Uh,
But she says
Oh, that's
for
okay.
those of y'all who were thinking about her, she just got through some surgery. She wanted to thank y'all for. We had a few guys asking about her, so
Tell her she looks good.
she does look good, doesn't she? She didn't get bruised up or anything. I was thinking she was gonna have like all the black eyes and all that good stuff, but she didn't.
You need to get her back in here, put the headset on. I want to tell her just how bad she's got her taste up her ass.
That's all of our wives. Let's be honest.
I know it, right?
That's all of our wives.
My grandfather used to tell my wife that all the time. Say, girl, I love you to death, but you got your taste to slap up your ass. Thanks, Papa. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see here. I think Scott, you came in just as Gabe was showing us his growler that he's
Oh,
flat
yeah.
coating. That
Yeah,
one's,
it's good looking. Good looking.
yeah, getting that done. I think we even had John, old George comes in and says, "Yeah, shocker, right? Looks great." Gabe."
Shocker. Yeah.
So
There we go.
I love those markings. I'm telling you, I could just leave it on there and look at this one all day. That's one of my favorite builds, I think, in a long time.
Oh, thanks, man.
what's for supper, Robbie?
There we go.
We got a Furball Jeff over here. Now he's gone away from the E2. He's back to his P47. We haven't
That was-
seen that yet.
My second P47.
Yeah.
My blue one is almost
Look at
done.
that.
Chicken palm. Oh man, that sounds good.
He's getting this. Now, are those furball decals you're using for those two, Jeff?
But of course,
Just asking for a friend.
I mean, what's the point
Yeah.
of having a decal company if you can't use the decals, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Or you can't make what you want.
That's it. Chris is saying, that's John here. Hey, John. I think he's probably got plenty of those decals there. How many of those sets you got left there, Jeffrey? Quite a few, I'm sure.
Of the P47s?
Yeah, man.
I think I've sold close to 300 in the last week.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been crazy busy. So yeah, about 200 left. So selling quick.
Selling quick. We've got Chris is calling that the fake blue scheme. Now, I want to share my screen again. Here, let me bring these up. Chris Dirks, our good friend up here in DC, is a madman. He is currently working on a VAC form 757.
Yeah, it's looking nice.
Yeah, that is sharp
I'm gonna,
looking.
Is that
I wanna
70
bring
second
these.
scale? That is
72nd scale.
I gotta talk because I was checking out his engines earlier, and Chris, if you're there, chime in and is that a multimedia kit? Does it come because the engines look like they're like a resin mold or whatever?
I think they're either 3D printed or resin or something. Really
They're
cool looking
sharp,
too.
Yeah, I'm going to bring these pictures up because it's really, really, really cool.
Okay, 3D printed on the engines. Yeah, those look sharp. Look at all that blue tape. Oh my god.
Blue tape. Oh, Jeff, we got to talk.
It's over lacquer paint. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blue tape's authorized for covering large areas.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We just don't want to see it being used to mass canopies and things like that,
Yeah, you don't want to use it for details.
No.
There we go. Let me bring this up here. Share screen. A new window here. Check this out. This work is just wicked cool.
Yeah, see, I was checking those out earlier, man. Yeah, I was like, okay, those are not vacuum foam, right? I mean,
Yeah. Oh no, not that.
Yeah, I like how he has the. Go back to that last photo. You see the inside of the intake there? There's sound.
Yeah, it's 3D printed. Yeah. In here.
Yeah. Is that paintwork, Chris, or is that decal or what, man? Because that's kick ass right there, man.
Oh, that one. There's some. You can see the size of this thing here.
God, it's big.
Yeah.
Just remember that Dirks is kind of a little person, so his arms are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
When you're a hobbit, things look good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's not funny.
Well, yeah,
I'm not
some good
saying
stuff.
Chris is a hobbit. I'm just saying when you're a hobbit,
Yeah.
when you're holding things, they look big.
Hey, Whitey, you drive the camera shots there for a few. I got to go get some more water. I'll be right back.
Sure. Give it to the guy drinking beer.
Yeah, I will.
What are you drinking, Whitey? Sam Adams.
Nah, a Blue Moon right now.
Oh, okay.
Minus the orange.
Yeah. Those are pretty. That's one that I can handle. That's
Let me tell
pretty
you,
good.
I've backed off of the Sams because they'll get me congested for some reason, man.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm more like the wheat ales, or I've been getting away from the lagers. Put it that way.
Wonder what's in them that's making you get all
Who the heck
congested like
knows,
that.
man? I don't know. I got asthma, so maybe that's something to do with it. I don't know, man.
It does. I've got asthma too, and there are some beers that I just can't drink.
Yeah,
I can't drink wine anymore.
wine doesn't bother me at all. It's just I'm a big fan of the Oktoberfests.
Right.
Whoever's making them, and I found that those were like this past fall. I'm having some of those, and I would go to bed, and I'm not banging back like a 12-pack or nothing like that. I'm just having a couple with dinner or whatever like that. But then as soon as I fall asleep, snoring like a bastard. And my wife's like, it's something to do with those beers. And I'm like, all right, maybe. And I stopped drinking them and went to like ales and pilsners and things like that. And those are like, oh, okay, cool. Nothing,
Yeah.
Wow.
I do find that ales are easier on me.
Yeah. And I like an ale too, man. I'm an ale fan.
Yeah. I prefer an ale, but yeah, so I just don't drink beers anymore.
I probably shouldn't. I just like them. Have y'all ever used super glue on a cut before? I'm about to.
Yeah.
That's for Gabe and Justin right there. Go Doc. Porters and stouts, man. That's you guys. And I'm a fan of those too.
Yeah, buddy.
More and more I'll try one of those whenever I'm out somewhere and I see one ad, on the menu that's sounds good. I'll grab one of those. And
Yeah, buddy. I'm all about the stouts.
Tim Tyrone wants to know where you got your stand.
My stand?
Yes, sir.
I printed that on my 3D printer behind me.
Ooh. So there you go, man. Now, did you design it yourself? Was it an STL file that you downloaded, or?
It's an STL file that I downloaded.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to print it. I printed the orange part separate, and then I got the hardware at the local hardware store. You do have to print. You have to be able to print with a pause, and that's what that little line means. It paused right there, so I could drop a nut in.
Gotcha.
For the bottom screws.
All right. And welcome aboard to Rob Riv and to Mr. Justin Ryan as well. How you guys
doing,
fellas?
Whitey, I need you to say lager for me again, but with that Boston accent. Can you say it?
Lager.
This guy, man, always starting stuff.
You have no room
here
to
the
talk.
second time.
You have no room to talk about anyone's accent, Rob.
Oh,
Rob's been in the room for 10 seconds and shit's already getting stirred up.
Yep. You gotta love it.
You said lager, and I was in the back dying laughing.
You're welcome.
We gotta get that Sam Smith guy or whatever. You can get on like the next Sam Adams commercial and you say I need a lager.
My cousin from Boston. Yeah.
Duck out. Maybe I'll be able to get back in before you quit tonight.
What's that, Gabe?
I got to duck out. Wife just got home, so gonna be dinner time.
All right, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you guys too.
We'll talk.
See you, Gabe.
See ya.
See ya.
I'm gonna jump in a few hours to last night, right? What time's this going to?
I think we're just gonna run on, till 9 or whatever. I don't know what my wife has planned for dinner. It's 7:15 here on the East Coast. She's upstairs working on some stuff. So when Darren gets back in here, there he is. He's over there. I don't know if I'll be ducking out to go eat or whatever the heck. I'm flexible. Let's see. Many sheets from Furball. Jeff, that's a nice house you have there. You're welcome. Putting those kids through college.
That's right. That's right.
Uh-oh. There you go. Where's Rob from? Jersey? No. Where you from, Rob? Texas.
Long Island. He's from Long Island. Jersey's a lot
Island.
of coffee.
Yeah, Long Island.
Long Island, yeah.
You and Buttafuoco. Mark
So
says,
how's everyone's builds going tonight?
yeah, coming along. I'm a little stalled on mine. I'm painting invasion stripes on this thing, so I'm kind of in between the white and the black right now, and waiting on stuff to dry. I probably won't get to getting mine finished or all, but whatever. It's not why we're here.
Right, exactly.
My original intent was to get it finished, but here we are. We'll see. Let's see here. John Miley saying he wants to get a look at. Can we get a look at your Viper, Scott?
Sure. Yeah. Let's get my camera here. Hopefully, I don't make everybody dizzy.
Yeah, let me switch to just you. There you are. Oh, look at that. All right.
Oh,
I was expecting to see an F-16. Wow, that is freaking cool, man.
That doesn't look 70-second scale.
Yeah, not 72. This is 24, and just working on hopefully the last sanding before we do final primer. Then I start getting it into paint. But this is the third primer coat. I don't want it to look like a rough 3D print. I want it to be really, really nice and I don't know, smooth, right? Yeah.
It's looking pretty sharp, man. Now, is that a studio scale model, or what are we talking here?
This is 124. The STL is by my good friend Elaine Rivard. He does beautiful work. Definitely more accurate than any injection molded kit that you could get. So really, really nice. And there's my pilot there. He kind of reminds me of my good friend Martin Drayton. So sporting the aerodynamic look, right? So, and then the other thing I've been working on is let's see, 148 scale Spitfire. There's the cockpit. I've been blocking in color on that and doing some detail painting. So,
right, okay.
Anyway, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, there's the Viper. So
that's really cool.
So where did you get that?
The Viper?
Yeah.
I printed it. It's an STL, yeah.
Yeah. Were you able? Did you buy that online?
I did, yeah. Elaine Rivard Model Shop, and you could, yeah, you can see links on the Posse group. I put a lot in there, or it's ALAIN RIVARD, Elaine Rivard Model Shop.
All right.
And he does beautiful science fiction STL files. So
perfect, because I've been looking for a few.
Yeah, which subjects?
Battlestar Galactica, also some Expanse.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He also does a really nice Raider, original Raider. And
Yeah.
then you can get the original Galactica shuttle on Gambody. And I think you can get Expanse STLs on Gambody as well.
Gambody?
Yeah, Gambody. They're just like a STL marketplace, basically.
Okay.
Do a lot of sci-fi there, Tim.
All right, brilliant. Ooh, he's got a few. Oh, I see. He's on. So Elaine is on Facebook. Is that
Yeah,
where?
Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. Gambody is just they have their own website, but yeah, he's on Facebook. Elaine's files are going to be more money than Gambody's, but they're a lot higher quality too.
Right.
The digital modeling is far superior, but yeah.
Hey, D-Ran, are you listening? You got me? All right. So I'm trying to add. Josh Scott is asking for a link to come on in here. How do I do that, brother?
Oh, Joshua Scott. Here, I'll send it to him.
Yeah. All right.
I've already got it copied. I was pasting over to him.
Gotcha. There you go, Joshua. Coming your way.
Justin's looks like Justin's trying to get back in too.
Yeah, there I am. I don't know why. I kept kind of freaking out and slowing down, and then everybody starts talking like a squirrel, and then I'm gone.
Yeah. You in the?
I'm gonna hit my hair dryer. I'll be right back.
So Scott, when you got down when you bought the STL, did you cut it in your slicer in order to make it the scale you wanted?
I did not. I have two printers and they both are pretty good size. So the model's broken down pretty reasonably, and that fuselage is the largest piece, and it fit on my printer. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm just not too sure I want to do 1/24 scale.
You can. He also provides a 1/32 scale STL as part of that, and then you can downsize that. I would imagine to smaller
Yeah.
if you want it.
Yeah. I've resized other STLs before in my slicer. It's just holy cow. He's got some nice subjects in here. Yeah.
Yeah, he does beautiful work.
He might be getting some of my Christmas cash. Yeah, they all look beautiful.
The Elaine's files are really he has a lot of nice design touches, like this Viper. It's very large. He's got a hole in the back of it that is intended for like a large piece of like aluminum or brass, so that you can align the parts correctly and also give the spine of the model strength. In this case, I'm using a 10 millimeter aluminum bar, and little touches like that are really, really welcome when you're printing, especially the larger files.
Yeah. Did you print yours in resin or FDM?
It's resin. Yeah, both of my printers are resin. This one was printed off on a Anycubic M3 Premium at 8K, and I print usually at 30 microns.
Right.
And I use Soraya Tech Fast resin.
Well, I've got an FDM printer. I don't have resin, but it'll print 50 microns. It won't print 30, but it'll print
Oh,
50.
that sounds like a pretty nice FDM printer.
Yeah, I spent a little bit more because I wanted to. And I don't want to do resin.
Yeah.
I don't. It's too. I don't have a way to exhaust the fumes well.
Yeah. Mine lives in my basement, and it does okay. I do run heaters under the hood so that I keep my resin at a constant viscosity while I
Right.
print. But yeah, it works pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to be downloading a couple of things from him.
Chris says he's got an X-wing coming. What scale would that be in? 124 also, or what?
Yeah, I don't know when the STL files comes out. You'll see, but he usually will do studio scale, so I think that's 24, but I'm not 100% sure.
Wow, that'd be nice.
I have his Sandcrawler STO, which is really nice, and that's a native scale on that's 1/144, and he also has a 172. But I mean, a Sandcrawler in 1/72 scale is a big old model.
Yeah, it's a lot of models.
Isn't there one at the Nats a couple of years ago? Which that had to be 1/144th though, the one we saw.
Well, here I'll go grab one real fast.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cars too.
Do any of y'all remember seeing that at the Nats though? Am I imagining that or what, man?
The crawler?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing one.
Okay.
So, Whitey, if you want to put me on the screen, this is a 1/144 Sandcrawler.
Okay.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's a two-hander.
Yeah, that's pretty. How the hell do I help me out over here, D-Ram? Why am I not able to get him on the? Okay, stand by. There we go. Solo layout. Boom. Yeah. All right.
And Tim, this is one of Elaine's as well.
Yeah, I can imagine it is. I don't see it on the shopping site. The X-wing is on there, and it is 1/24th scale.
Can you show us the aft end of that again?
Harrier motors, Whitey.
That's what I was gonna say. It looks like Pegasus jet engines right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Yeah, that's what ILM used.
Yep. Okay. Probably
That's hilarious.
Probably from the old 1/24 scale Revell kit when they built the.
Yeah, I bet it is. Or either Revell or Airfix.
Yeah. That is cool.
Yeah, Lane does good work. He, on this Sandcrawler, it took him about 3 months longer to release it than he thought, and it's because he was actually getting information as to the original kits that were used for the Greeblies, and he was ordering the kits to make sure that he digitally modeled all the parts correctly. Using the original kit parts. So does good work.
He's doing his homework, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that's nice stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble with the new year.
Here's a question for you, Jeff.
Dude.
Right there.
Corel.
There you go.
Nobody uses Corel for some reason.
Why wouldn't?
It's a fairly old program, is it? Is it not? Or
It's been around forever. It's just everybody used Adobe, but I taught myself how to use Corel back in the day.
Well, it seems to work
It
for
works.
you.
It works.
and more for you there. And what does the process look like from picks to production? What you got to take the tour of the Furball World Headquarters to get all that perspective.
Yeah, I don't know that I can adequately explain that in this format. Yeah, I mean, obviously it starts with good reference, and then you got to figure out what kit you're going to put it on, and then there's the design phase can take upwards of a month, and then from there you're looking at send it off to cartograph, and it's another 2 months from there. And
before you can get there, aren't you? Do you go about printing it out yourself on like just paper to test fit and things like that? I mean,
it depends if it's like a curved shape that needs to specifically fit. What I'll do is I'll take my vinyl cutter and print it out, cut the shape out on a vinyl cutter, and test fit it that way, or trusty blue tape.
Gotcha.
So, like for like a shark mouth, I'll put some blue tape where it needs to go on the model, and then I'll hand draw the shark mouth, and then take that drawing, scan it in, and then draw it in the design program, and then print it out on paper, and test fit it, and it's can be pretty involved. It's not as straightforward as maybe some people might think it is, but it's a process.
Yeah.
So
I've jacked around making my own decals for simple stuff, and that's what leads me. I know for me just doing it, I'll find an image online and put it at work. I have a drawing program, Visio, and with that I can I can resize stuff easily. So that's what I'll do is I'll just put it on paper and resize it, and then I'll have the kit there with me and print it out on a regular printer, and then test fit, and then when I'm happy with it, I'll print the whole shebang out on a sheet of decal paper, and that works for me. But I mean, that's a real simplified way about going about making your own decals. Vice what you're making professional sheets is a whole different avenue, I guess.
I don't know that I would call them professional.
You're a pro, bro.
Hey, if you sell it and we're buying it, you're a professional.
Welcome aboard a couple of folks here. Chris Thruat from the club. Welcome aboard. Definitely need to finish my kit. Hey, you know what? You're having fun though. And his calling, he decided to check in. Nice looking bolt there, Tim.
Thanks. Got one side left.
Chris wants to know if do I still take a drink if someone other than D-Ran says it depends. Take a drink. Someone says it depends. So, and good friend Lofstrom 72 is back in the house. What's up, geeks? How are ya? Good to see you again.
Hey, Lufty.
Here's El Jefe. He's back. Let me add him to the El Studio. Hi again, El Jefe.
Hey guys.
Hefe.
The whole reason I did it right there.
You know who gave him the nickname El Jefe? He remembers, right, Jeff?
You're never gonna let me forget. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Doing all right, Jeff.
A rainy day in Long Island here today.
All right.
Cold here.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, man, pretty good.
Hey.
Justin, how you doing?
Doing all right. How are you, bud?
Fat, dumb, and happy.
Yeah, it's how we do.
How you doing, Jeff?
Good, good, good. Well, we got two Jeffs, so
Mr. Hearn.
you can call me El Jefe for now. That's the moniker Riv gave me.
Better give credit where it's due, otherwise he's going to give you even more nickname.
Well, he knows his limits.
And that's true.
Is Tim still on?
Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question for you. Tamia says that I want to put the trigger on the yoke that is the machine gun button, I guess, as gold. Is it supposed to be gold?
Are you talking about on the F-35?
No, on the Spitfire Mark 1.
Oh, the trigger is gold?
They want you to do the trigger button thing on that round yoke that the pilot has his hand on as gold.
No, it's probably brass. And if anything, it's brass.
And the
Otherwise,
button
it
is
was
gonna be
originally
black.
painted. Yeah, it was originally painted. It may be worn. The one that they used it as an example is probably worn and looks brass.
Okay.
The button will be Bakelite, no doubt.
Okay.
It could be, yeah. I think it's not the trigger. It's probably the brake. I think they.
Well,
have
you know what? I can answer that because yippee-ki-yay, I wrote a book on it. Scott, I'll send you the photo through Messenger.
All right.
There's some sort of paddle there, I seem to remember. Been a while since I've looked.
Probably should take this stuff off my desktop because it does take up a whole bunch of space, but it's come in handy.
Is anyone actually going to finish? Asked Lefty. Not me. I'm not going to. I think Tim's going to.
I don't
though.
think I'm going to make it either.
No, I'm not going to be able to finish. I don't think. I think I'll get the decals done, but I won't. I don't think I'll be able to finish.
Well, it's looking good, bro.
Thanks.
And Jeff looks like he's out of the room right now, but Robbie wants to say thanks to you, Jeff. You can do some skinning for 3D flight sim models. Okay.
Oh, cool. You know, I did. I did a lot of skinning for Combat Flight Simulator 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
Way back in the early days.
What does that mean exactly? Skinning.
So what happens is like.
Here's Lofty. He's in the room now, so welcome.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, he's not. Oh, there he
Hey,
is.
Chris.
Scotty G, how you doing?
I'm well, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Hanging with good people and building models. What more do you want?
There you go.
You were asking about that Spitfire button.
Oh yeah.
I was just looking at one for a Hurricane, which looks really similar, and it's definitely like a painted brass color.
Okay.
You know what? Because Tamari doesn't have a brass color in their line. That's why they want you to do gold color.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Which is odd that they don't have a brass color in their line of paint.
What's even odd is that they didn't ask you to mix 3 colors together to make it.
Yeah, that's what's odd.
What are you working on, Scott?
That Spitfire Mark I cockpit for the Tamiya 148.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was a Spitfire. Just couldn't.
He's
didn't know
finally
if
getting around to joining in his own group build.
Trying to think. I think I actually bought that Spitfire for that group build and didn't even touch it.
It's a gorgeous kit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I think 90% of group builds that I get involved in, I don't get past buying the kit.
Well, you know
Well,
what's
baby
bad
steps,
for
right?
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what's bad for group builds is social media. doing
Yeah.
a podcast or a blog or something.
Well, the Chiefs just lost.
Yeah, good. Well, Kelsey just scored that touchdown, and with that lateral pass, he threw it, and they called it back because Tony was lined up in the neutral zone.
Yeah, I know. There you go, Scott.
Thank you.
D-Ran's like hiding in the corner over there or something, man. What are you doing over there, D-Ran?
Yeah, I guess I could have the other camera on. I got my seams all done on the bottom.
Yeah.
You see those? That seam work's done, and now I'm working on that my new detail across the front of the cowl there on that, which is always a pain in the ass because you have the round access panel, the fuel doors, and then a seam that runs right down the middle with rivets around it at the same time. You can see it. So I find the best way to do that for me is just baby steps, right? I do a little bit of sanding, and then you can see the circle still intact.
Yeah.
And then I do a little bit of scribing, and then I do a little bit of sanding, and that way I don't completely blow out the detail. And I always have a template to go back to, and kind of did the same thing on the bottom. You see, I got the bottom seams pretty much all gone. So
Yeah, it's been good, man.
but yeah, it's just baby steps. So this is the kind of stuff that was making me a little bit dizzier earlier. So I'm just kind of doing a little at a time, trying to get that knocked out while I have a few minutes.
Hey, Darren.
Yeah.
A couple of episodes ago, I think you're talking about how that scribing tape loses its stickiness after like 2 times.
Yeah.
Put it on a piece of Tamiya masking tape and then cut the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you can restick it way more than what the normal, whatever, high Q tape would stick.
Oh, I see. Yeah, just because the Tamiya tape doesn't lose its tackiness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I forget who I picked that up from, but I saw that somewhere, and it's so much easier than that. And I swear it almost sticks better.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about what the hell were those called? 3D printer cleaning tools or
Cleaning needles, yeah.
Needles.
Cleaning needles. I use this right here, which is my airbrush cleaning needle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the best thing I have found for redoing rivet details because
Right.
it's like a little anvil. You can go as deep as you want and get the diameter a little bit at a time instead of sticking one of those little micro drill bits in there, just getting that deep round, puncture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems to work really, really well. My favorite rivet tool, anyway.
Yeah, that's the other thing is I've used the rivet tool to set the pattern, and then a surplus airbrush needle to actually do the holes, because that way they end up being round. Similar to what you were talking about. Well, and Scott, thanks for that stinger a couple episodes with the conversation about Judas Priest.
Oh.
I had no idea they had a new track and album coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Have you got a new album coming out?
They do. Yeah, in March.
Yeah, you can catch. They have the first track released right now, which is what they were saying in the stinger.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I liked it. Kind of reminded me of the Turbo days.
Yeah, had a little bit of that feel, a little heavier, but definitely with the keyboard in it too. Yeah, I would expect this would probably be their last.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they did anymore. I saw a photo of Rob Halford not long ago, and I swear he looked like he was ready for the retirement home bus to come pick him up and take him home.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, I saw him like a year ago in concert, and man, he can still hit ridiculously high notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. You must take very, very good care of those pipes.
Yeah, they have a live album where he did Painkiller back in 2015 in Germany.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing that one going, oh, that does not sound. I don't think that was probably one of his better performances, at least with that song.
Yeah.
He was fine in the mid range, but those really high ones, it was really seemed like he had lost a step. So I'm glad it was good for you.
Yeah.
Jeff had the post. So we'll talk to him later. I would be putting decals down if I didn't decide to do these stripes, but man.
All right. Well, I have got me some seam work done. Let's see here, and I've got 10% left on this. I'm sorry.
I say, is that what all that banging around was?
There wasn't no banging around from this cat.
You know, were they beating some scenes into submission?
Somebody was over there kicking an iron bucket. And I know it wasn't me because my noise.
All right, now I'm back.
Ouch.
Yeah, my earbuds died on me, so I've been dead for just a bit. Now I'm back.
Welcome back to you, Ian.
Thanks, so Scott, how'd y'all's recording go tonight? Everything smooth? Good to go.
What was that, Darren?
I said, how'd y'all's recording go tonight? Everything smooth? Good to go.
Yeah, John and I were talking with Stephen Lee.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Steve, what a great guy, huh?
Yeah, fantastic.
I met him for the first time up at Heritage Con. I'm looking forward to sitting down with him again. Good dude. Oh, Stephen Lee. I'm sorry. Paint fumes got me. I'll be all right.
I was like,
hey,
he was there?
Yeah, no. I got confused there, man. It's a God love that Mr. Surfacer. Hey, Vivian Watts asking where Nemo's at. Thanks for bailing me out there, Vivian. We'll change the subject. Nemo has been kind of busy all weekend. He was in a little bit earlier when we had a nice little sit down with Spencer Pollard earlier today, and John from Mr. G's Workbench was on, and we had a really good session earlier. Jeff was there, and so he popped in for a little bit then, but then I think he had to take off again and some stuff going, family stuff this evening. So he'll be around for the next one though.
Two more stickers, man. Two more stickers.
Two more stickers.
Man, dude is winning.
Well, I gotta wait until these red ones set. Otherwise, I'll just be lifting them up and moving them.
Yeah.
Because they're black to go over the red.
Oh, I see. So it's it's a sticker on a sticker.
Sticker on a sticker. I was able to get this side on, and it looks pretty good. But I was pushing it, and had to realign the sticker, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, don't blame you. I don't blame you. Let me see. I want to go over here.
I think I'm going to paint some wheels.
There you go. I want to look over here at Justin. Justin is really up and close and personal with this his airplane here. Oh yeah, getting ready to do you're doing all your appreciating stuff, huh? A little model.
Yeah, man. I actually got inspired by Lufram, Chris Cyber's post with his F-15. So I pulled out the inks. I'm doing some ink shading.
Oh, nice.
How do you like the inks?
I got to look into this inks thing.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying them, actually.
Yeah, I was saying last night, I'm finding I use them so often now for so many different things.
Yeah, I need to get some.
Yeah, I bought these things years ago after watching a Wilson video, and I used them once, and I kind of forgot they were over there. And then I saw your post. I'm like, well, hot damn, that looks like it's going to work. I'm going to do that.
Hot damn.
Hot damn. Let's see here. Riv, what are you working on there, buddy? You
I'm
are.
working on that Marquee.
Ah.
I'm cleaning it up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to get off in the next 10 minutes because if I don't finish editing this last episode of the podcast, Justin's gonna start sending me threatening messages again like he did last time.
Wow.
Hey,
Now
I
you
don't
know.
stay up till all hours of the night to record with you for you to not edit it. I even work hard to not have a lot of ums.
This is gonna be this week is it's gonna be a crazy week this week. Lots of trips into Brooklyn this week. The traffic has been horrendous in New York. You guys who live out in Virginia, Utah, you don't know what it's like to have to deal with traffic on the Long Island Expressway at 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. Everybody on Long Island is on the road.
Dude,
Bro,
you couldn't pay me to live there, bro. I mean, I got people that when I get out of the Navy, like, oh, come on back to Boston and all that, and I'm like, no, and it's traffic is the reason. Like, I won't do it, man.
Like I wake up mad early to try to beat the traffic, and there's still traffic. Like sometimes I'm on the road and I'm like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. How is there traffic?
Because everyone else is doing what you're doing.
Riv, let me tell you, if I don't leave my house by 7:30 in the morning, I run into at least 2 buggies being drawn by horses. At least 2. I mean, it puts me back a minute, man. It's horrible.
When it's harvest season,
really pisses. Yeah, I know. It's just really. Yeah, harvest season, you're done. You get behind the buggy carrying, the corn, and you're just screwed for about 5 minutes, man. It's horrible.
Terrible.
When I lived in Maine, I knew I was done with traffic when I lived in Maine, and I'd come down to the intersection from my house on the way to the base, and there'd be like 2 cars in front of me at the stoplight. I'd be like, "Oh my god, what's going on? What's with all this traffic today?"
Why these tolerances are like this big?
Now, like they have like the time, like in certain mile markers, there's the board that lets you know how many minutes it is, or to get to like a certain landmark.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get on there and it's telling you there's like 65 minutes to the Midtown Tunnel, and you're only like 5 miles away from the Midtown Tunnel.
Yep. Man.
It's only 5 miles away, and it's going to be 65 minutes to get there.
I see this meme that my buddies always throw up there. It's like, it's got this picture of the skyline of Boston. It says Boston is 1 hour from Boston.
I was in the city. I mean, we go into the city a lot. We were in the city yesterday as a family. I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook. We were in the city yesterday. We go see the tree again. We go out to dinner, and the traffic in the middle of in Midtown Manhattan, like how anybody's like, let's drive into Manhattan today on a Saturday and Christmas time. You literally cannot go anywhere. The gridlock is this, and the people just honking horns is just horrible.
Yeah.
But now what they're going to start doing now in New York City, in Midtown Manhattan, you got to pay if you drive into Midtown. They're going to have license plate readers. You're going to get you're going to have to pay a fee for every hour or whatever that you're in the city with your car. You got to pay.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
It's like that in London. It's a congestion zones, and
right.
If you drive in there during certain hours, man, they'll get you.
Get you.
Yeah.
And the taxi fares.
All that's going to do is make everybody more pissed off.
Listen, it's almost impossible to drive in that part of it, and from like I don't know if it's Manhattan, but anywhere from like the 20s to the 60s, you can't drive anywhere. It's impossible. And even if you get in a cab, like I went with my daughter last weekend. We went into the city for lunch and to see the tree. We go to the museums. Oh, Roddy, you just posted on my daughter in front of one of the Jackson Pollocks at the Museum of Modern Art. But we took a cab.
Yeah, man.
Right. We went down to Chelsea for lunch, and then we took a cab up to like 30 blocks, which isn't a lot if you think about it. It literally took us like a half an hour to go from 21st Street to like 53rd Street. The cab ride was over $30 because of the traffic.
No.
Can't do it.
How do you
Do
say
it,
that?
man.
How do you say it? Why? That's no way to live.
No, it's not.
That's
You know,
My
I'd love
daughter's
to
getting her dress.
drive there.
My daughter's getting her dress from up there in someplace in Manhattan, and you know they've had to go up there for their fittings and things like that. And I'm like,
Oh,
nah, I don't
wedding
wanna
dress. Wedding
go.
dress.
No, you guys.
Do you know where they're going? Christie's? Do
No,
they
a
know?
wedding dress.
Wedding dress, right?
Yeah, it's
Do you know,
the
do you
one
know
that they
where
have
they're
the
going?
TV show about.
Do you know
Yeah,
where
the
they're
one
going?
they got the TV show about.
Oh,
This
sure.
Yeah,
is
it's,
what this is what happens when a guy from New York is talking to a guy from Boston. They speak totally different freaking languages.
Time out. No. The reason why I ask is this: my father got arrested.
This is why the traffic gets screwed up. Half of them are from New York and half are from Boston.
Yeah.
Totally different driving styles.
No, the reason why I asked Whitey is because my father was a dress. My father worked at Christie's and Vera Wang. He was a dress. My dad was a pattern maker. My dad was one of the only hand beaters around years ago, and my dad used to do all the beading patterns for Christie's and for Vera Wang years ago. My dad used to do like the beading. He used to bead like Luther Vandross and Stevie Wonder's vests, and he used to do.
shit! All right.
Yeah, my dad had a place in the city. Well, it was Astoria, but my father used to do a lot of work for like Christie's and those other types of like wedding gown places. That's why I was interested to hear.
I don't remember the name of the name of the store. It's I mean they have like a TV show about the joint.
Oh, I gotta ask my wife. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, so it's like say yes to the dress bullshit.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. I think, right? So yes.
That store, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know if that's Christie's, but that's a great place. Though I've seen that show. That's great. Hey, listen, it's an experience to get your wedding dress. Let them come to New York and experience New York City.
When she went up there for it, one of the ladies from again, I've never seen the show. I don't know one from the other.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady that's the show saw her and was like, "Oh, let me, so she became her consultant and everything." And I was like, "Oh, cool, get on TV. That'll cover the cost."
I'm gonna see.
Hey, Riff, here's a.
Oh, it's Kleinfeld's. That's
Kleinfeld.
Kleinfeld.
Yeah.
I gotta get. My wife came down to tell you because my dad's been gone. Like, my dad died young, but my dad did a lot of work for a lot of those places years ago. He did all the patterns before it got like automated, and
Gotcha.
that's awesome. Kleinfeld's. No. That's a top notch. He's getting a nice dress there.
Hey, Riv, here's this was a snowy morning. One of my traffic jams about, I don't know. This is a half mile from the house trying to get to work. It was absolutely horrible. I had to wait till I got to the top of that hill.
You couldn't pass them. You didn't cross.
It was all,
It's a solid yellow line. Come
solid
on.
yellow line, man. 5 minutes. I had to get to the top of that hill. I thought I was going to lose my
You're liable
mind.
to have a buggy coming the other way.
You
Yeah.
get up to him and he looks like what's his name?
Everyone's eating horse meat for dinner.
Yeah, it's great. Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
funny.
True story. True story.
Terrible.
What's funny is when you see those things parked out in front of Walmart.
Oh yeah, they got hitching posts outside of Walmart and the grocery store. Sure do. Yeah.
Wild stuff, man.
Man, I forgot I had all these old damn pictures. It's amazing what you accumulate on the old face box, you know?
Yeah, we've lost Darren now. He's down the rabbit hole.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't sniff glue right now. So I got a piss ton of model pictures here.
That's good.
4 hours from now, he'll be sharing links to cat videos for us.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. You got one of the, let's see here. One of the backyard. There we go. That was during the super winter of 2018.
Oh wow! Look at that. That's your backyard, really?
Yeah, man. Out with the chicken coop back there in the back, and
You guys got some life. I gotta move by you guys. Give me your address. I'm moving down there.
man, yeah. Southern Maryland has its perks.
I'm joining
for
the
sure.
model club.
Oh, best model club in America.
It is, man.
Oh, which one?
Sorry there, Mad City Modelers, but
Not going to get any argument from me.
We are blessed with a good solid club.
We are.
Yeah.
I can tell you, every one of you guys I countered at the show was friggin' awesome.
Well, I'm coming to that show. When was it in 2 years that next show going to be?
Yeah, 25.
25.
All right, I'm definitely coming.
25 until we decide we can support an annual show.
You know what? I think we do it every other year because then it gives a little more, it's a little more special in a way, you know.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Well, the main thing is we don't want to be stepping on Baltimore guys either.
Yeah, if we went every year, we'd have to move it to a different part of the year. And there's enough shows in Region 2 that we're either stepping on somebody or we're doing it when nobody wants to go to a show.
That's true. That's true.
There's our own Colin chiming in there.
Yeah, and those are wise words. Wise words.
those are-
Single, stay away.
Yeah, he is true.
Not much of a
That is
single
true.
scene down here, that's for sure.
Look what he said.
I am going to go do some of the podcast.
My man. Okay, Bob. I'll suspend my man card.
Did
Bye,
Rick
Bob.
leave?
Yeah. Rick punched out a little bit earlier. I don't know if he lost his connection or what happened. I was over doing a little sanding, and next thing I know, I turned around, he was gone. So
Yeah, Rick saw me coming. He's like, I'm out of here.
well, there you go, Whitey.
I'll tell you what.
Seam work is done, man.
All right.
Come
brother.
on. Golly,
Looks
it's
good,
hard to-
man.
Next step decal.
Yeah. Well, next step paint.
Next up, paint.
But that'll probably be tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, Justin, quick question. While I'm thinking about it, what happened with that World War I bill?
Yeah.
What were they saying?
It seems like it's just Facebook being Facebook.
Okay.
It looks like Robert Hyde posted up that their Facebook put a couple sanctions on the group for some reason.
What?
What can you possibly done? What happened in World War I that's like against Facebook standards?
Well, I went through all the posts. I didn't see any posts at all that were, calling out any religion, any race, any, national origin, anything like that. So I think
got a
it's just
30-day
algorithms being algorithms.
I got a 30-day ban on Facebook a couple years ago for posting a picture of a Blue Max.
Oh Jesus! Whitey gets 30-day bans like I eat Tic Tacs, man.
I got like a 48-hour ban because I love like 80s like movies and movie quotes. I belong to like a 70s movie quote Facebook group, and someone's like, what's your favorite line from Smoking a Bandit? So I did a quote from Smoking a Bandit, and I got a 48-hour ban because I was inciting violence and threatening. Because I used the line when I get home when he's like, there's no way to cover my loins, line. I quoted that, and then I get a 48-hour ban for being for threatening somebody.
Junior, first thing I do when I get home,
Riv, you're actually
punch your mama right in the mouth.
I wrote that, and that they got banned.
Yeah,
what's up?
Riv is still scared to say anything.
Yeah,
I am.
He thinks Facebook's gonna kick him again.
That's right.
I got a warning on Instagram for quoting Monty Python when they yell "burn them."
It's crazy.
Inciting violence. It's like, okay.
It's like
That explains why all of the posts we're seeing from Riv lately have come from 16 Candles.
True.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Yeah, I don't
John
know,
Marley
man.
hit up. John Marley hit up to
No,
change
that's
the
just
subject real quick. A
that's just
reverse
Riv.
image of driving an hour there to my horse and buggy picture, and he's absolutely right. That I spend a lot of my time when I go over to Australia, and an hour is a lot like Southern Maryland here, man. It's just like it ain't much. It ain't much there. So I just gotta go through some of this chat here.
It ain't much, but it's our much.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh shit! I'm starting to sound like a local.
you are. You are. You get you another coat on there, Whitey. Another coat of white.
I did. I'm just, sitting and waiting. It's gonna need a couple more before I get there. So, not a biggie though.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul just said that we did just get a Harris Teeter. We're uptown now. We got a high dollar grocery store. Hey, Paul, if you will, go to this. Put the StreamYard.com/Facebook into your browser and hit the prompts there so that Facebook will allow StreamYard to see your info, brother. That way, we're not looking at that and trying to guess who in Southern Maryland is talking to us. We have to guess.
Well, there's only about 40 or 50 guys that it could be
Yeah.
if they're modeling.
If they're maulers.
There's only about
Chris,
half the guys are even on Facebook.
Yeah, Chris, what are you been over there working on there? Is that still the little one you were working on last night?
Yeah, that's still that little spots.
Spots. That's,
Really wish I'd picked something else. I thought it was going to be fun.
Well, you did it first, didn't you? And decided that one wasn't going to be fun. And then
Well, I had the Chickasaw, and I couldn't get super glue to stick to the stupid plastic. I don't know what was going on, but I had 3 different super glues, and I couldn't get my photo etch to stay on. So I grabbed this. This came out 4 years ago from Special Hobby. So I figured it'd be a pretty safe bet, but I think the B team got handed this one.
They're just really popular lately with these companies.
It's just a lot of dumb engineering choices.
They're hanging out with the Talcum guys.
Yeah. Talcum and Trumpeter and
Getting together and going bowling a lot, those guys together.
getting together and knocking each other on the head. Oops, I shouldn't say that. Facebook might.
Yeah.
Oop, yep, you get bounced.
Joshua, I see you doing a lot of cleaning over there. There's a lot. Okay, you're doing panel liner stuff, huh? And doing a little weathering.
Yeah, I'm doing some pin washing right now. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Tackling all these areas and going back over and rinse and repeat.
Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat.
If I don't.
Hey, Darren, did you ever get that F-35 done? The 1/72nd scale one?
Oh yeah, I did that in the I finished that in my hotel bathroom at Nationals and
Okay.
with the vent on in the bathroom. So I'm spraying airbrushing paint. It was just a rush deal to have it put on the table.
Right.
We were talking to Spencer earlier, and he had built that one as well, and he was talking about with the grays in that little bitty jet, it's always a clean jet, right? You just don't see an A that's dirty.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see some B's and some C's out there that get dirty, being on the boat and the environment that they're in, but those A's are always clean, so it's very difficult to get something that's interesting in that scale. in those grays, in that half glass gray. It's
Guys, I want to thank you for letting me hang out.
Rib, that
Editing really quick.
all right, buddy.
I appreciate it, guys.
Yep, you have a good one.
Good
Thanks for
seeing
joining
you.
us, bro.
Justin, you're-
See you, Riv.
Talk
See
to
you
you
later.
All right,
guys.
Riv. Have a good night, buddy.
All right, guys.
Well, this Paul, he wants to know, did anyone finish? Not yet, brother.
Yeah. So, Paul, the object here is not to finish. The object was to enjoy the process, really. So that's what that goal has been met, I believe. So.
Oh, and then
Oh,
some.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good job, Rob. I want to see it, Robbie.
2042.
2042.
It's gonna have ram coating peeling up and jagged edges and panels and all sorts of great
Maple syrup dripping down the side.
Yeah, maple syrup dripping down. That's right.
Tim Hortons coffee on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. Tim Hortons Zap stickers and the wheel wells.
Who was it that built the F-18? CF-18. CF-118, I guess is what they really call it, right?
Yeah.
And it had the Tim Hortons.
That was John Chung.
Yeah, John Chung. That's
Yeah.
That was cool, man. So I
John-
remember taking a card up to. We took a C2 up to the London show one year, and I'd been to Canada plenty, living in New England. We used to go up there often enough, but I never moved over to London, Ontario. And we're driving around, going from the base or the airport or whatever the air show was at to the hotel, and someone said, like, hey, fun fact, like, this town has more donut shops per capita than any other town or something like that. And it was like, oh, okay. And sure enough, we start looking, and it was like donut shop, donut shop, donut shop. I mean, they were freaking everywhere there, man.
Where I am, that used to be like that too. I think city of 70,000 people at the time, and I think we had 18 Tim Hortons outlets alone.
That's a Tim Horton on every corner up there in Hamilton, man.
And the rest of the corners now are full of dope shops.
Yeah.
Get high, go eat donuts, man.
That's right. Munchies. Get the
That is
munchies.
how it kind of works.
Satisfy the munchies.
Hey, Chris, I meant to ask you earlier. What the hell was this all about? In the is this something you had to have before you started sniffing glue, or
Well, you were talking
post-sniffing
about cookies early on.
Oh, is that
in the first session, right? You were talking about cookies and getting people to. Somebody had asked about.
Oh,
will it keep my anyway? My other half came along with those like minutes afterwards and dropped that tin of cookies down on the table. I'm like, all right.
That's y'all don't consider them biscuits?
No, the cookies.
Okay.
Those are butter cookies. Man, I need a whole tin of
Despite our Commonwealth heritage, there are
Okay.
some things we've moved past.
Okay, just checking. So you move past tea and biscuits.
Tea and biscuits, yeah.
It's coffee and cookies now.
Speaking
Coffee and
of all
cookies.
that biscuit talk, speaking of the biscuit talk, the damn British, they got me buying these things to try them out. Hobnobs and digestives and all that.
Those things are good, man.
Oh, those things are awesome.
And then there's Tim Tams from Australia, mate.
Yep.
Yeah, Tim Tams, that's right.
Tim Tams.
So we had let's see, Colin, to all the Geekland Grand. Life's too short. Number 1, to drink bad coffee, drink bad whiskey. 3, shoot an ugly gun, and 4, build shitty kids.
He's breaking the
I
last
love it.
rule.
But he's gonna go again at that Airfix PR Mosquito.
Yeah.
So he's, as he said, he's breaking the last rule.
He will not let that kit beat him.
Yeah.
It's a cool version. I really wish Tammy would jump on that one too. That's pretty hilarious. True enough, man.
Well, where else do you keep your cookies? Jeez.
Good stuff, man. Well, it looks like, Chris, you're going to have a lot of entertaining to do come March up there in Hamilton, man, after last
Hey,
night's
man, I can
conversation.
hardly wait.
It's going to be a spry time in the cold Great White, the Great White North up there.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Mind you, who knows? March is weird. We always have 1 week in March that it shoots up to like 17, 18 degrees Celsius.
And the wind blows at 90 miles an hour across the.
Yeah, that's
that
a
wind was
little
blowing.
that's a little more unusual. Stoplights like falling in the street, etc.
Man, that wind was clipping last year.
Well, yeah, especially up at the Mojo Dojo because they were up on top of the escarpment.
Yeah, that's I thought the house was going to come down a couple times.
Yeah, I mean that wind starts over in Detroit and does not stop.
It doesn't.
No, that wind starts in Saskatchewan. It picks up speed over the Maritimes.
No, up in old Moose Jaw.
Yeah.
Moose Jaw.
By the time it hits Wisconsin, it's doing 80 miles an hour.
I spent some time in a couple weeks in Moose Jaw.
Mind you, when you're talking about Moose Jaw and Saskatchewan and Manitoba, there is not much to see there, so that wind is not wanting to stick around.
Gets out of town as fast as possible.
In and out.
I actually had somebody today comment on one of my posts. They said, yeah, he said, if you're ever in Saskatoon, he said, drinks are on me. I'm like, how do I diplomatically say, you ever find me in Saskatoon, kill me? I've made a mistake. It's a beautiful country to fly over. Full stop.
When I first moved out here, the wind was blowing nonstop. And I remember asking my neighbor, who is, tried and true from Wisconsin, oh, yeah, the wind there, it comes across the prairie. And I'm thinking, prairie? What the hell are you talking about? I'm 30 minutes outside of Milwaukee. Oh, no, man, you're on the prairie now. I'm like, shut up. But I'll tell you what, freaking wind it's to get a night when there's no wind is actually strange. Always blowing.
Yeah, it almost gets to the point when the wind stops, you're kind of like, all right, what's happening?
Yeah, uh-oh.
I had the storm stuff. You okay, Whitey?
Yeah, he's reading comments.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, you can watch your dog run away for 2 days.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh man, you nailed that one, Robbie.
Funny.
Now, see, Robbie, you're out west, right? If I'm not mistaken, you're gonna have to make your way east for this for the show as well. We need to.
I said he was looking at airfare yesterday or Friday, one of those days.
Yeah, he's in Alberta. He says.
Now, Alberta, isn't that pretty wide out that way as well? Or I mean,
Parts are mountains in the west and flat in the east, I think.
It's kind of like a more northern version of Colorado. You drive, it's flat, and then all of a sudden, boom, you run into a wall.
There's the Rockies. Yeah.
Suddenly notice your engine's lugging because you're going uphill.
Yeah.
Well, those mountains, I've done that drive, and those mountains do not sneak up on you.
Yeah.
It's like something out of Lord of the Rings or something. There's just this giant wall of rock coming.
Yep.
I've been into Edmonton a couple times with the TACMO guys. We used to shoot into there every once in a while. I'd always try to go to a Eagles game whenever I could, whenever I was there.
Watch Ty Domi play.
Let's see, mid '90s.
He was was he still with?
I watched him play as a junior here in Peterborough.
Best video of him I've ever seen is where he dragged the guy over the top of the glass in the penalty box and put the knuckles to him.
Yeah, that was just Thursday night in Peterborough. Well, those were the days when, like, there was legitimately still a role for the enforcer type, person, right? The Marty McSorleys, the Ty Domies, whatever, and
Kiprios,
yeah, and we had Oshawa just down the highway, and holy smokes, guaranteed, anytime those two were together, it was like knowing you're going to a boxing match and just hoping you might see some hockey.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. I'm looking through the Milo news here. Mini art. Some of the subjects that these guys are coming up with just really, they make me a scratch my head just a little bit and then chuckle at the same time. This is one everybody needs.
What's that?
Sure.
The refugees,
Cram.
the refugees musician family in 35th scale. I'm getting a little bit older here. Let's see here.
Yeah, it gets to a point where you're kind of wanting to ask the question: are they just messing with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I did hear Spencer and the guys over at the Interesting Model
like
Company talking about this garage workshop today, which I thought that was kind of cool for diorama stuff. That's in 48 scale too, not 30, but at 48 scale. That would make a great. I've got that 48 scale hanger. That would be great stuff to sit inside that hanger with, like a P-51 sitting next to it, or something inside there. It's all lit up with the door windows.
I just picked up something off eBay the other day that's kind of cool. It's a 48 scale conversion for the Tamiya deuce and a half, where the aft end is a like shop equipment, like you see there.
Oh yeah,
because that was something that they you can find photos of like guys operating out of like Guadalcanal or some of the other more remote places, and that's their machine shop, is these deuce and a halves that are rigged up with like welding kits and workbenches and drill presses and whatnot. And it was made by that company Gasoline, which they make some really interesting stuff. I believe they're out of business, so finding their stuff is few and far between. If you can find it, great, but they do make some. They made some unique items.
Yeah, I'm not a 109 guy, but this looks interesting.
Who is it? Wing Tech, huh?
Wing Tech
Dragon.
Dragon.
It's Dragon, but they completely slide molded the fuselage. So it looks like there's quite a bit of stuff. Looks like the wings got some slide molding stuff going on as well. So that one's going to be interesting. There was one in here that I thought was really cool for this one here. This is M15. That's cool looking.
35 scale, I take it.
35th scale AFE club. That's really interesting looking.
So
there's
like
a lot you can do there.
Basic half track with a 40 millimeter mounted on it.
Yep.
Yeah, that is cool looking.
Yeah. So Yeah, cool stuff. Some cool stuff coming on. Paul wants to know who's getting. That's correct. Tim, who's getting the refugee kit for the next Christmas? Dirty Santa.
Yeah.
We used to have a rickshaw that went around.
Now, did anyone build that? Because that wasn't the
Yeah.
rule. The last one that
Yeah.
okay, if you get the rickshaw, you freaking got to build it this time.
Yeah,
or-
the rickshaw was it Paul's?
No,
not
it was
Paul.
Phil.
It was Phil's son.
Phil's son.
Yeah, I got
Phil's
rockets
son
and
got it.
stuff on it, and there did
Okay.
something.
He put rockets on it, and missiles. Combat rickshaw.
Yeah, kit bashing a rickshaw. So I'm with I'm with Paul. I think that would be a great Dirty Santa gift.
Don't give too many ideas, man.
We could get a load of those lot lizards too that we were talking about from Hasagawa.
Yeah, you watch it though. We throw that on the table, and suddenly it's hit 3 steals. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, right. Oh my god, that was funny as hell. What were those things called? I gotta find them. That was funny.
I forget who made those.
That's Hasagawa.
Hasagawa.
35. 20, really? Okay.
Yeah. It was really fun. I'm going to see if I can find them because it was. I mean, there was some stuff. Here's one right here. Oh, this is hysterical.
Tell me you didn't Google lot lizard, did you?
I did. No, I did not. I didn't. Yeah, I googled a 124 scale lot lizard and came up with. I mean, how creepy is that?
Yeah, that's a little over the top. I'm sorry.
I love how
sorry.
they've named her though.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Kitty Princess James, right? I mean, that's a poor name if there ever was one.
Master Box did a couple of them too.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Yeah. The truck driver with the girl climbing in.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. That's just that's funny stuff. Some of these things are just yeah, lot lizards. We were recording and I still think I got that outtake somewhere, but the conversations that ensued was just a little over the top, man. It was hysterical.
That was definitely had to cut that out.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, so I dropped the part, and in the process of looking for it, I found another part. So I'm a part up.
It's not my wrestling.
But I don't know what this goes to.
What do you got here,
Let's see
Tim?
it.
Hold on, James. I'll come back to you here in just a second. Let me see what Tim's got here. This part.
Looks like a tail wheel doors to something.
Huh. I lost my arresting hook
That's
to this somewhere.
That's a P50. That's a P51. You know what that is, Tim?
What?
I bet that is the P51 landing gear door, tail wheel door to the Arma Hobby kit that I lost over at your place.
Seriously?
I'll bet you money. I'll look.
Okay. Well,
I had a second kit. I had a second kit that I used, and that was during the Musaru Cup build.
well, you know what? I got one of those. Let me look at it.
I bet you that's what that is. It looks real close. So James Combs says last update posted is off to bed. So first of all, good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. But he said we really should do a Dirty Santa between podcasts. He likes that idea. I think that is a good idea. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Amen.
definitely.
I'd have to figure out how we coordinate something like that, but that would be hysterical.
Yeah, it would be.
Actually, something like that should be rolled into the next Mooseru Cup.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Throw up like 8 kits and just have some free for all, Dirty Santa like something, and see who ends up with the refugee musician family.
Yeah. Jared, good idea. Christmas in July at Nats.
That's not a bad idea.
Uh-huh.
I could make that happen.
All right, Darren.
Am I correct?
I do not see the tailwheel doors.
Oh Lord, I'd have to look through the kit as well.
Yeah, see, that's the door, isn't it? No, can't. Yeah, that's the door.
Yeah, is it a single assembly with 2 doors on it, or is it a?
No, it's 2 different assemblies, and they have the. It looks like they have the interior structure here, and then that's the door, because the.
Okay, so that's not it then, huh?
Yeah, because the opening is about the right size.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
No, I'm not worried, but boy, that's old news. It don't make 2 shits now. That's done deal.
That almost looks like the door to a Corsair tailwheel door.
It's a tailwheel door for sure. I just don't know. Well, and it's a 72nd scale tailwheel door, so there's no tell which box of yours it fell out of there. Okay, Justin, I'm ready to see an update here on this ink work here, my friend.
Let's see here. Let me adjust my lights here to see.
You got to get us some light, man. So so you're putting a top coat on over your post or pre-shading is what you're doing? Just building it up lightly?
Yep, over that first coat's inks, and just like Chris did, I'm going to go and hit it with some super thin inks after the faded out.
Gotcha. Interesting. Okay,
that's good, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
I'm digging
very
it.
interested.
I'm definitely digging it.
So for real, throw some of those progress pictures as you get done with each layer that you're doing. Put them over in the model shack. I'd like to see those.
Yeah, you got it. And then I also put together the Edward.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Mark 13 torpedo.
Yep, that's those are kits within themselves.
Yeah, they are.
Those little brazen kits. They're highly detailed. And how many parts was that prop, that screw on the back? Was it just
we
one?
had a prop, we had the ring, and then each fin. So 4 fins, a ring, and the prop.
Yeah. Tedious stuff. Looks good. Looks real good.
Thank you, sir.
How are those stickers coming in there, Tim? Are you
pretty good. I'm still down to the 2. I'm waiting for the water to reheat. Meanwhile, I'm looking to see what model that part went to. Because he's killing me.
He's determined to find out what.
Yeah, it's going to make him nuts.
It is.
30 seconds. You have like about 1,000 kits to go through.
Yeah. So there's only 1,000 boxings up there, right, to go through.
You got to remember, I actually cleaned the floor a couple of days ago, so this has got to be from something recent.
Oh, what were you working on that's gray?
Everything.
This is actually it's almost the same color. So I'm leaning towards this kit, which is a P47N, but don't think yeah, it could fit. It could fit. I'm just going to have to start picking through the parts and see if I can't find it.
See, that's what you get for clipping all those parts up front. Clip,
It
clip,
is.
clip, 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 clip.
Yep. It felt good though.
Let me take a look at that. John says he just posted an album of his latest completions. Let me go over here into the shack and see what we got.
I'm glad we have you on board, Darren, with your tech savviness.
There we go. Sword P47N.
Oh, look at that.
There's the mate to it right there.
Oh wow, John, this is pretty cool looking. Let me put this here up on the I'll put this up on the screen for everybody to see.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's looking sharp right there, my friend. Let me I'll do a full screen.
It's gonna be 48 scale or what? That is nice looking.
Yeah,
That's
that's
pretty nice.
It looks like the Hasagawa kit, TA4J Hasagawa kit's what it looks like.
The helmet back there on the half sill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always cool.
Looking very sharp, my friend. Very, very sharp. And you know what I like? I appreciate the fact that you left those speed brakes hanging open like that, which is accurate.
Oh yeah,
that's beautiful.
A little bit of creep.
Yep, just a little bit of creep. So, John, did you throw those over? And you're a member of the our SIG, our A4 SIG, over on Facebook. Throw those in there as well.
That looks nice.
It really
What
does.
kind of what? It was blue balloons there on the
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, practice bombs.
Better shot of them here.
So here's a fun practice bomb story. What's that one magazine that we get at the squadrons? Approach?
Yeah, Approach or Mech Magazine.
Yeah, so it was in a pro it was in either one of those anyway. So this guy's driving a delivery van around in a Navy town, and you know, he all of a sudden through the roof comes ripping a blue practice bomb, you know?
Yeah. Some of those have a shotgun shell in them.
Yes, they do.
So he drives back to the to his boss and says, "Hey, boss, like, you know, I'm driving down the road and all of a sudden this thing come winging through the top of the friggin' van. Oh my God, must have been the Navy's fault," and all this kind of shit, you know? And so investigation ensues, you know, well, who was flying that day, all that kind of, you know, and long and short of it, find out that the kid hit a bridge overhang and ripped open the top of the van. And he just happened to have one of those blue bombs back at the house and thought, hey, I'll just throw that back there and say, hey, look what happened.
Good Lord.
Okay. Not realizing that, you know, we kind of keep track of who's flying where and carrying what and that kind of thing. And it was like, yeah, there was nobody there that day there, dude. Yeah. So what really happened?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a Navy bomb, and unfortunately, the date stamp on it is 1944.
Yeah, you know.
Well, one, we didn't have anybody flying that day, and two, how did you get that bomb?
But you can find those you can find those in Army Navy stores now and again, you know.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, they're out there.
So we have a furniture store, a big. It's called Colders, and when we first moved out here, my wife and I were going to buy a new living room set, and they have all of the rooms, like the whole store is set up like in a full room. So you walk into one section and it's literally like an office. So we walk into this one section, and I'll be damned if they didn't have 2 500-pound blue practice bombs on either side of this desk. So I immediately lose my shit because, hey, if I'm going to buy a living room set, I got enough money to buy those. They wouldn't sell them to me. Oh, those are part of the decor. We don't offer them for sale. Why the hell are they on the floor? It's like, that would be so cool to have in my shop.
That's when you whip out that customer's always right stuff.
Yeah.
Everything is for sale.
I was bummed. So I didn't get my bombs, but we did get the living room set. So
No, well, happy wife.
yeah.
Jake does the Jake's up. Let's see if we got some. Let's take a look at his pictures here. He's posted in the
Jake by Jake.
Jake by Jake.
Still a live round. Oops.
Jake, is this one that you posted? You just posted them recently? Let me refresh and see if maybe that's the problem. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Yep, hold on just a second. Let me I'll do another share here.
Yeah, you see that all the time, Robbie. We had a local woman here in Milwaukee. Her husband was a Vietnam vet, and he passed away. And she was cleaning out the garage and brought a case of hand grenades into the local police department.
Oh, man.
Turns out they were live.
Holy shit.
Yep. Jake's got the Jake and primer. It's looking good.
That's an aircraft that needs to be done in 48 scale.
Yeah. Didn't Nichimo do one?
They did, but it's more or less a toy, though.
Yeah.
I would, I had high hopes for Hasegawa when they released the Dave and a lot of the other Japanese kits they were releasing there in the early 2000s, right? Mid 2000s.
Yep.
Oh man, because me and Justin, we'll go back and forth about that plane. For whatever reason, we both like that thing, and it's like, man, that'd be cool to do that in 48 scale. Something other than the Chimo kit. I agree there, John. He's, like he says, always undermarketed, more Japanese, less German. Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know. I still think you 48s guys are spoiled rotten because.
How's that?
Well, I mean, I built 32nd, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean.
No, you're talking about spoiled.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they do tend to give us nice kits when they do release them.
Nice kits with detail that's a whole hell of a lot easier to see and take care of.
Yeah. Well, one day we'll get you over to the dark side.
Yeah, one day I'll have no choice. These eyes keep going in the direction they're going.
Yeah, I hear you.
I just want to die with a 48 P3 in my collection.
All right, we're firing up the Dremel tool here, so I'm going to mute.
My problem with building 32nd scale, and I really want to build this 32nd scale Academy Hornet. I want to build that one bad, but my problem is I don't know that I have it in me to detail it to the point where it doesn't look like a toy.
Yeah, you start getting the 32nd scale and bigger.
It's difficult.
Yeah, you got to have all that detail, or it does. It looks like a toy.
And being I've got the 48 scale. I got that scale down to where I can detail to my liking. Yeah. I mean, not to beat everybody else's, but to my liking, where I think it should be. I just don't know that I could get a 32nd scale to that point. Of course, like with anything else, practice makes perfect. It's just a matter of doing it and getting there. But
it's a different dynamic, I think.
yeah.
Because whenever I revert back to quarter scale for a group build or something like that, or even 72nd scale for some of the bigger stuff, I immediately kind of kick into 30-second mode. What can I add?
Yeah.
And you break out the solder and you break out the brass and the styrene and
exactly.
And the next thing you know, you're sitting there kind of asking yourself, why the hell am I doing this?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to agree with Mark. I think it counts. I think he's I think Mark
We'll count it.
$72 and 72 hours. Yeah.
Got to have fun doing it. That's all we ask.
That's right. That is absolutely correct. All right. So we're coming up here on about 10 minutes to the top of the hour, and I want to shut this down about 9 o'clock. I know for a fact I got to be at work very early in the morning. So I'm going to go around here one more time, get an update on where everybody's at, and then we'll kind of do our closing remarks, man, and wrap this weekend up. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Yeah. So let's start with you, Tim. You were fixing to put your black stickers over the red.
Yep, they are on there, right here. So let me pull this up and kind of show it a little bit better there.
Yeah.
Right. So I got the black on. So all the stickers are on. I just need to let them all sit and settle. There's one that looks like it wants to peel up a little bit, and I mean it's there.
Yeah, that's really nice, Tim.
Nice looking, man.
That's looking good. So
yeah,
nice work, Tim.
Thanks. Yeah, and then while I was waiting, I decided to go ahead and do the landing gear. Another little bit. So everything is ready for final assembly. I just need to sit down with some super glue and tack it all on.
now, are you going to do a panel line wash, anything like that on it? Any oils or doing type of weathering on it once you get it all final assembly? Or
if I do anything, it'll just be a panel line wash. And and because it's natural metal, I'll probably go with a gray and not a black, so it's not too dark.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I want to go, because this was kind of a showbird.
Yep.
For Zemke, and at the end of the war, I do have to paint the gun barrels, and I think there's an antenna that goes on here somewhere.
Yeah, you have you're going to put the aerial on there, the actual antenna wire. Or?
It did not have a wire. It just had a post that was right about there.
Okay.
According to this, it's here, but if it's up here, it's too far forward. The canopy wouldn't open up because the canopy goes right up against that.
Yeah, that's right. So I have to double check on this Corsair. I may have an aerial that I've got to put on it. If I do, I'm going to have to get some UC line for you in that scale. I don't have any that would go 70 seconds too thin. All my stuff.
I've got 001. So
yeah, I might need to get some from you next week. We'll see.
All right.
If you don't mind coming off of a 4-inch piece there, so I can put on there, I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it'll have to be probably at the club meeting.
That's fine. No hurry.
I'm gonna be. I'll be out of pocket this coming week.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're heading south. That's right.
Yeah, I got to go see my mother.
Okay. Well, it looks good, Tim. It really does. Good job.
Thanks. Yeah, I had fun. I'm ecstatic. That's the most modeling I've done in 72 hours.
Good.
In a long time.
Justin, over to you with the inks. I think we kind of know where you're at, but
yeah. Well, I started putting on the second color. Probably gonna let it sit till tomorrow night after I get the second color done.
Yeah. That's when you're doing those those real light coats over pre-shading. You got to do that. You got to coat it. You got to walk away. You got to let it dry and come back,
Yeah.
because if you're not, you'll overshoot in a minute.
Yeah,
So
let
you just
the
got to kind of
eyeballs
do it in
recalibrate.
stages. Yep.
Yeah.
Let that stuff settle. Let it do what it's going to do, and then come back and take a look at. Take it outside in the sunlight too.
Yeah, I was just about to
Yeah.
say, don't look at it just in the spray booth lights or
Bench
bench
light,
lights
yeah.
or whatever. Think
I'm
about where it's going to be
I
seen.
learned that.
Yeah.
I learned that with my figures.
Yeah, I'm always walking outside on the back porch to look at my stuff. So after I get done doing a coat of paint, so
Yep.
nice work, my friend. I know that
Thank you, sir.
you're actually behind the 8 ball. You started a day later than everybody else, and you've
Right. So
done
technically, I
really
got
well
till
with that
tomorrow.
stuff. Yeah, that's right. You got as long as you need, man.
Right.
So,
Absolutely. Because I had a blast. That's so just so you guys get the taste. This is what we do over in the Insanity build rooms on Discord. We do this every
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow.
don't be strangers to us.
Yep,
Yeah.
you got it, my friend. Appreciate the invite. You'll see us, I'm sure.
Of course, man. Yep.
You'll see us for sure. All right, thanks again for being with us, Justin. Appreciate it. And
Of course.
give Riv our best as well, too, please.
I sure will.
Joshua, how are we coming, my friend?
Not too bad. So full disclosure, this build did not start in the 72 and 72, but
Yeah.
off of yesterday, I did a matte coat over the whole thing. I had the mask. Oh, there we go. Mask over these clear parts. We peeled the clear, and we're doing just kind of bouncing back and forth between dry brushing, some pin washing. Just kind of working on this rifle over here, getting
Yeah.
some micro chipping going on. So it's a little bit back and forth, but we're looking pretty good.
Very good. Well, thanks for being with us, Joshua. I appreciate you joining. Really appreciate the insight into the Gunpla stuff last night. Appreciate you jumping in and interjecting there and educating us a little bit. So look
I appreciate
forward.
it.
I'm sure you're going to be at Nats, and I know that Jeff is probably going to lean on you for some information there on the Gunpla stuff. So
Strong arm.
yeah.
Well, I can't promise I'll be at Nats, but I'll be more than happy to answer some questions. And if you guys are going to be at the Model Mania show come February, that's where you'll find me as well.
Okay. Sounds good, my friend. Thank you very much for being with us. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Chris, how are you, my friend? What's the latest update on I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it again.
It's just about ready. Just finished getting all the seams together. I'm just putting the glass on. I'm not going to do an open cockpit, so
yeah,
figure out the right way to point that. Actually, even do this.
There you go.
I can't figure which way to go. Anyway, it'll be primered by later tonight, and still landing gear and stuff like that to do. And I just realized when Justin mentioned it, I actually started this Saturday morning, so I think that gives me some leeway too. So won't get done, but anyway, doesn't much matter. That's not what the whole point of the build was, and appreciate being asked to be part of it. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you being here. Really do. Look forward to seeing you in March.
Absolutely.
Up in Hamilton. When you get back up that way, please tell everybody, and if they're not watching, tell everybody that we said hello. And
I will do that.
Seeing them here in the very near future.
As I say on the East Coast, it's going to be a time.
It will be for sure. Jeff, thanks for being with us. How's all your little figures coming there, my friend? You got?
I'll show you where I'm at. I'll disconnect the camera off the mount here, and hopefully I don't drop it. But if I do, I do. So I started out with the best intentions. Unfortunately, my 72nd scale kit was missing parts. So we.
Oh, there you go.
That is what we accomplished in 4 build sessions with you guys.
Well, that's a lot, man. I mean, look, you're getting the arms going, you're getting the poses going. Just drilling and pinning and putting those heads on is a task, man. That's a feat. So.
Yep. So all of the heads are kind of removable because I'm gonna paint the uniforms, and you figure out getting the head matched to the body and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then then hopefully the end result was we'll see this at Nats for the D-Day group build.
Yeah,
Overlord.
Very, very cool. Yep, for the Overlord group build. So, yeah, we appreciate everything you're doing. Trying to get Madison all set up. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me. As I said to you guys,
folks, so.
when we broke up earlier, this is the most time that I've spent at the bench in a long time, and it was good to just have people to kind of hang out with and kind of keep the motivation thing going.
Yeah,
we're looking forward to the
important.
Nats. Nats2024.com is our website. So, hopefully we'll see everybody in Madison. I promise you, you're going to have a good time. If you don't have a good time, it's not because we didn't try. It's on you.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I can't please everybody, so I've stopped trying. But we got a lot of exciting stuff. We got 40 seminars already booked. We're not even done yet. 400 vendor tables. We got the Tiger Meet. We got 5,500 square feet of display only space. For anyone who's not an IPMS USA member, if you want to participate in the Tiger Meet, you do not have to be an IPMS USA member. You pay your $20 walk-in fee, bring your model to the Tiger Meet area and put it on display. Participate. That's right.
And it doesn't have to be part of a group either. You can have one model and sit on the table by itself.
Absolutely. So that's how you get your foot in the door. That's how you kind of do what we did here this weekend. You sit down with like-minded people and you just you talk about the hobby and you have a good time. You get to take in all the amenities of the show, and hopefully I will have enough free time to be able to make my rounds and say hello to everybody. But
no, you're going to be busy.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I think it's going to be the fastest I've moved in an awfully long time.
Yeah, you're going to be a busy man for sure.
Yeah. But thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So thanks again for being here. And we're going to have you again on the show here after we'll kick our season off here after the first of the year. And I'd like to have you on at least once a month to get the national updates leading up.
Absolutely. Love to be on. Love to hang out. You can find me generally in any of the random build rooms. I bounce around from group to group and kind of do my rounds, talking about nationals and anything and everything else. But this really kind of lit a fire under me. I'm excited to get this landing craft going and get it built.
Good. Then mission accomplished. So, all right.
Absolutely.
Again, thanks again. I really appreciate it. All right. Let's see, Whitey, how's the painting coming on yours to get the white done, or is it still, still working?
No, not done.
Yeah.
I'll let it sit until tomorrow and throw another coat over it.
Yeah.
And then mask off for the black stripes and then get into. I did get my prop done though, and I decided to do a blue spinner on it just because.
Nice. Yeah.
There's someone besides the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum that has a Firefly out on the West Coast, I believe, and it has a blue spinner like that.
Comes to Oshkosh every year.
Yeah, I've seen photos.
Would it be at the Museum of Flight, maybe? And
I don't know who owns. I think it's privately owned.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's where it's at. I'll get it done by the end of the week, hopefully.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate everybody's participation. I want to give out a special thanks to the guests that we've had over the last 3 days. Andy Klein from Andy's Hobby Headquarters, Rick Lawler, Spencer Pollard, John from Mr. G's Workbench. And I'm going to miss some people, and for that I apologize. But for everybody that's come on and has spent some time with us this weekend, the goal of this was to just kind of bring the community a little bit closer together and energize some building, over the holidays. And I think we've done that. I would encourage you, if you haven't been able to be with us in the other 4 sessions, I think it was, go back and take a look at them. It was really a good time. And our guests that came on had a lot of good stuff to say and information to put out. So So check it out. And to all y'all watching now, thanks for being with us tonight. I would ask that as y'all continue your builds, please remember that we have the album over on the Model Geeks Model Shack. Keep posting those pictures, and feel free over in the shack to build your own album, like John did with his A4, and throw your builds in there as you're going through. We love to see them, and it's the easiest way for us to see them. We get inundated with emails at time, but we're almost always going through the Model Shack and looking through what's in there, and we really appreciate seeing that stuff. So
Yeah.
If you have any questions, I think I can speak for myself. Don't hesitate to drop us a line, and we're here to help in the way we can. And y'all are there to help us too. So we might be coming back at you with some questions as well. So that's it for me. I'm gonna go around the room. Anybody got any last words, any parting shots before we close out the session, close out the weekend?
Let's do it again in a few weeks.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I think so. I think we need to.
Thanks, guys, for doing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
should I take my parting shot?
Go ahead.
Go Army, beat Navy.
Okay, we deserve that.
Hey, the game's over.
Game's over. He says game's over.
I've been waiting all weekend for that.
Yeah, we've moved on, man.
Yeah, well, there's always next year, guys.
That's right.
All right, folks. That's it from us. Geeks out from the geeks here. You guys all have a great one. Thanks again. And for God's sakes, like we say at the end of each of our shows, let's all be good to each other, man. And get out there and for Christ's sakes, man, build something. Out from the geeks. Love you guys.
T's
Night.
and P's, everyone.
Night.
See ya.
Recovery complete.